Guys, I have some big news. To tell you all, I'm so excited about this. I've been saving money for trips and plans for the upcoming months, and this week 99.99% of them got canceled. So, Anonymous just tipped $36. Whoops. Late. Brees to subscribe to Tier 1. Thanks for months. Thanks, Matthews. That doesn't count! That doesn't count, Trogdor! I wasn't streaming! That doesn't count! Obviously. Good night, balls. Incline woo. Think it should count? I do too. That's why the incline is now mapped. Hi, Elder. Hi, Leon. Hi, Smile. Hi, Cairo. Trogdor's not here yet. But is to thank for the incline. Good lord. There is a festival going on in VR chat, it seems. The Sanrio Virtual Festival. I don't know what Sanrio means. I think that just might be Hello Kitty. They're all Hello Kitty themed maps. So, yippee! There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 15 maps. Most of them have, well, about 5 to 20 people in them. There's one with 78, and then there's one with 693 people in it. Really? Look at the Mochi Poly factory? No. Maybe later. I forgot my hair. Hello, Kitty, yeah? I forgot something real quick. I'm going to take my head off real quick. Oh wait, I also have to mute this one. Okay. I had forgotten my hair clip that keeps the hair out of my eyes. I mean, just the thumbnail. Do you see him? Mochi Poly Factory. Which one's the Mochi Poly Factory? Oh, this one. Ew, it's that little thing. Yeah, I see him. Trying to break out my Hello Kitty Akio. Seconds later, I have been sued for $300 million. Hi, Kimmy. I knew Yuli was a robot. Yulind. All I did was take off my headset for a moment to put my hair clip in. Hi, Global. Hi, Flatly Flat. Made for small spaces. IKEA construction. Vacuum packed. Turbo Prager's. Bimbo Carby. Okay. Yulind taking his head off. State of this world robots taking over our femboys. 95 days till Christmas. Is that short? Hi, Trogdor. Remove 5 of those days and it's my birthday. Morning, Lynn. Damn, 12 incline already? Hi, Techno. Yeah. Honest to God, if Core hasn't done it, that'd be a fantastic world hop map. I mean, I imagine we're doing it today, because didn't they all come out today? Hi, Bits. Beat this. 4 minutes in and he's still not walking yet. That's what I'm saying, Bits. Because I go slow at the beginning. This is like the pre-stream, starting screen, let people filter in. You can't just, go live walking. That'd be stupid. This man's a time torture. It's the same worlds from Sanrio Festival last year? Is it? Okay, I didn't even know they did this last year. Yes, you can. Bits is real. Holy mackerel. No, that'd be awful. That'd be dumb, Bits. That'd be stupid. If I just went live and there was no like world we were hanging in and it was just like me walking right off the bat, people feel like they missed stuff. No leaving for a job interview in a few. Maybe you physically going into it? Huh. Well, okay, I say that and I just realized that was an extremely white collar comment of me because of the jobs I'm used to. I hope it goes well, Bits. It's gun range, gun store. I really don't mind it. Okay. Wait. Best of luck. I was gonna like do some weird flirtatious thing where it's like I'm gonna blow on it, but it's not really a blow on the dice thing. So it's like I'm gonna blow on your resume. Here you go. This sucks. Back in my day, Yulind would be finished his stretches by 2 minutes an hour into the walk. 10 minutes into the stream, it's the foreplay before the walk. Hello, man. Christopher Walken, get right to walking pretty quick. Why can't you? Bossabot is broken on the Discord. Not getting a ping again today. I forgot to fix it yesterday. I forgot to fix it from yesterday. You got this, Bits. I dream that he's still with us. I'm gonna blow you. Don't blow me. Good luck. Good luck, head. You did not just hawk to it into my ear. If you want to blow someone, just ask. We're getting to stretching. Techno, I don't know what you heard. I absolutely would never do that. That's really gross and off-putting to so many people. I would never do that directly into a mic. Hi, Joe. Lockheed Martin did a thing a few days ago. Uh-oh. A fatality. That's why I'm no longer allowed at my workplace. No. God bless the military industry complex. Stopping your Butland, get ready, it's gonna happen. Oh, whoa. Named instance. Yeah. They added naming instances with their update. And so I've been naming them Yulind's Walk and Yulind's Nap. The Hawktua is open since that bitch rug pulled everybody with her coin. The Hawktua is open? What do you mean it's open? Oh yeah, that did happen. It sure did. Hi, Leon. At some point, they're going to add a feature that isn't exclusive to VRChat Plus, Keck. Heck no, they just did. They just did the whole selfie expression as everybody and not just VRChat Plus. There's a gap in the market. You could be the new Hawktua boy. Hello? Dude, the bot still broke, Highland? It's not broken. I've removed its permissions more so than I wanted to. Hi, Leon. Morning, Ganna. I thought they were Naruto running. You know, it really makes me sad how much you dislike clown girls. I just want to say that. Hop on Lemix, time to become a Murloc. Not out yet. Not out yet, is it? Anyway, triple the defense budget and make sure you dry fire today. Bye, nerds. Bye, Bits. Fuck, I gotta retract my statement. Curse you for actually reading the patch notes. Coworker got fired last week for slashing another coworker's... For what? Hi, Ganna. Hi, Devilgated. 12 days until Lemix. It's going to be fucking sick. 12 days? The maid is Comey. Who's the maid? 12 days until Lemix. Fem-brained coworker. Honestly, I'd get on right now, but I'm pretty EP, so I'm gonna just get off and sleep. Okay. We did our lunges, right? Hello, hello. Doki, huh? What did I do? Femboy kisser. What is this? Why is that just floating up like that? That looks weird. Ugh. Michael me. Exist, cry. VR chat does physics odd. That is not a VR chat thing. That's an avatar thing. It's something in their skirt. It doesn't look like it's been, like, posed in any way. Because I tried grabbing it and letting it go, but... Thanks for the offer. But I must decline. Also, I just realized how many spooky games I went to play for October. Let's do more 14 today. Smile. We won't be able to do... Well, I won't be able to be with you for a whole chapter. You can probably do a whole chapter of post Heaven Sword. I obviously cannot be there the whole time. I also, depending on how... take this away. Depending on how late I sleep, there is something I need to get done today. I played the forest 2 times? Wait, this forest or just the game, the forest? Yeah, this allows 40 people. Okay, the game. Dresses and skirts are just whack. Doll, unhand me. Yeah. Only if I can take your hand, Cairo Engi. We're at toe touching splits. Dude, I totally forgot. I joined for cuddles the other day and crashed. I remember that. It's called the forest? Yeah. I was just confused because, like, I thought you meant this for a second. I was like, this is kind of a forest. But there's no way it's limited to 3 people. Kimmy, I thought you were getting off. Ow. Would have been a funny join. Streamer kept walking. Hi, Oku. Yeah, I can do it all at once, Yuli. I meant like going to bed. Gah. I'm probably gonna AFK here and eat. Okay. I'll show you, mister. Hi, Scriggles. Hi, Mistake. Not sleeping today in. Got my sister B-Day dinner to go to today. Well, I hope it's a fun birthday dinner. Hello, yo. That's really funny, Mistake, that you joined yesterday. And I was just out. I imagine, you just saw all of us fucking naked. I was drunk. No chat. Yeah. Why is the Streakle encounter missing? I hate Twitch Mobile. I assume you guys were fucking. We were not. Ugh. Dude, I remember seeing some fat dong. Probably Alani. Mistake. I'm like, how do you not know this? 'Cause you've been here a while. When we have our cuddles after, sometimes it's naked, sometimes it's not. It's never like group ERP. I have not crossed that line into, alright guys, let's turn my streaming community into fucking orgies. Hi, Pink Lady Official. It's an orgy. It's not. Hi, Scriggles. Hug. European blue? What sort of degen would do that? I've been to everyone. Called being a Chad, thank you. I can't promise. I'm gonna ERP with Yulind's knees. This is gonna sound like I'm just reading what Frisu's saying, but this is just my reaction to Techno. What the? And then Frisu says, what the? Yet, he's a freak. Yeah, it took me a second to go from that O to E. They were all just sleeping naked. I'll E-R-U-R-P. Hi, Harley.
Yeah.
ERP, it's in the game. We're at Cammy stretch. What are we at? 16? What, you wouldn't let someone use your thighs? Cogdor. Cogdor. You know damn well I would. And just to share with the class, there's been a nap time where it was just me and one other person. And they were like, if I get horny, can I use you while you're asleep? And I said, yeah, sure, go for it. And I think I woke up to it. Holy based. And so, you think I wouldn't let that? Now, if it's like a group, if the same but IRL, if it was like a group of us, right? If there's like 5 of us there and everybody's sleeping, then I'm gonna say, yeah, don't fucking like start putting your dick in like my thighs or whatever. Like, you know, don't do that in a group. I'm there, you're dead.
Yeah.
Wake me up for that shit. If it's just me, yeah, absolutely. If it's like a group, don't ERP in the group. Don't ERP in the group. I have had Kairos just jelly. I have had a nap where it was me and 2 others. And they were like really hitting it off. And I was like, look, if you 2 want to, you don't even have to leave the world. I just want to be asleep for it. I don't want to like watch you 2 ERP. I'm trying to nap, right? And so don't wake me up, I guess. Oh, and they told me later that they're like, yeah, that we did it right next to you. I was like, I'm happy for you. But like, if it doesn't involve me, I don't particularly want to like I don't want to just like lay there and like be like, oh man, they're really going at it, like while they're 2 feet behind me. That shit sucks. Well, I know how you play now, Holy Base. Yulind, can I borrow your thighs for kickball, huh? The same, but if I'm there, you're dead. Wake me up for that shit. There. Yulind probably has one of those sleeping masks that has I consent on them. I don't, but that's funny. Pyro's just jelly noted. If it's just me, chair. Consent is cool. Nah, it just says be bold. I consent. Gotta hate not getting attention when you see people going at it. It's not that I dislike not getting the attention. It's just like I don't know. If stuff like that is happening, I'd want to be involved. And so I was napping the other day in VR and woke up to an orgy, and someone had their dick in my face, and I was like, penis, and fell back asleep. And confirm it feels weird to be talking to someone while 2 other people are fucking the day away. Yeah. Hi, Pixel. Anyway, Cammy stretch. We were at Cammy stretch.
Hi.
ERP identified as exceptional role play.
My spine hurts.
Yulind surge pricing in
What?
11 minutes. That was my hands on your neck and like shaking. No, we're not doing surge pricing in 11 minutes. I already did my surge pricing this week. Actually, no, I didn't. I did all my Koresh dailies, and then I said, I'm not doing Undermine anymore. I don't care about the Paragon bags. What is it, 10% chance at amount? Ugh. I'd lick it and then go back to sleep. Okay, got it, bet. I'll involve. Is that how you spell it?
Nice hair today.
I believe so. Hi, fishy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll include you, I think would be better. Yulind, can you perform the Shiggy Wiggy for the fans? No. Like 60% for that patch. I got all 5 in one box each. Oh, really? I might do it. Not the only thing that's surging grabs pants, Pat. 10% chance over 10 days is 100% amount. That's not how the Paragon bags work, Ganna. The Paragon bags are, you get a reputation to Exalted. You keep getting reputation with that. Once you get 10,000 after Exalted, you get a bag that has random loot, and it has a chance at amount, and it resets that 10,000. So it's like an infinite grind. Also, Aaron, not to stroke my own ego, but there's a decent amount of people that would drop everything if I gave even a little hint, Lamau. Haley can probably attest. Hi, Fishy. No. There's none. Music sort of reminds me of the beginning of Spirited Away's intro piano theme. I was gonna threaten you, but spelling got in the way. When are you going to learn how to dance? Never. What the heck is the Shiggy Wiggy? Hi, Kyle. Hello, Kyle. I just get jealous easily and hate to get left out. It's not that I get jealous. It's that I don't like being in the cuck chair. I very much hate watching, especially if it could include me. I very much like to show and be the exhibitionist. I don't like to be the one watching. So being the one there that's just like, hey, let me know when you guys are done. You guys still going? Like, I hate that. Going to Isle in another world, so I'll see you guys later. Bye, Komi. Have a good one. Also with noting Paragon bags boxes
my cool ears.
have bad luck protection, so eventually you'll be guaranteed to get that item. Oh, do they? Is that just War Within, or is that all previous ones? I wouldn't call Lady Palm and the 5 Fingers a decent amount. So they introduced pity to WoW. It's a gotcha slot now. It's very different than a gotcha slot. Allegations. 5 sisters. Fuck, I messed up the joke. Wave. Aw, dude, I was looking at houses today, and for some reason, everyone I looked at had a cuck chair. If I'm ever looking at ERP, my immediate question is, what the fuck am I doing with my life? They launched with fixed percentages, too. So for those of us that play Legion, you'd have to have opened dozens to get amount sometimes. Right, do they have the do they have the pity increases for like Legion boxes? Because I never got any of those. Yulind, can you pat Pixel for me? Already did. Yes, BLP is in all of them now. Yulind, shit, I don't want to go back to Legion. I don't want to go back to Legion. Here's the problem, Frisu. I'm the fucking idiot that can't stay on an alt, right? I keep changing. So that means all the characters I play currently don't have rep in Legion. They have, I'd have to rebuild all the rep, or find the characters that have the rep. Oh. Wait, no, it's account-wide, isn't it? Never mind. And rep mounts are in the Lemix blender. Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. I really don't have to. Really on the August Stone bag grind. It's so ass. Also, I played Legion. Yulind, can you keep being cute for me? No. I'm gonna fail. Yulind, can you Yulind today? That shouldn't be too hard. I want my remix stuff. We're at squats.
Why did the ears disappear? I want to wear the ears.
Okay, dude. 1,
This sucks.
2, 3.
This is worse than not being in the cuck chair at all.
Hi, Micaiah.
I'm
Hi,
taking
Star.
Leon.
You're not taking Leon. 1, 3, 5. Yulind, can you find my dad? No, you don't want them. Streakland hopefully maintained off to Workland. I hope it goes fast, Techno. Bye-bye. 1, 2, 3, 4, High unknown. I don't know what. What if he feels regret and gives me free money? Yulind, can I slap it? No. You played Legion and now you play Post Vanilla Classic? What the? Oh my fucking god, I forgot about those goddamn boxes, checking the app like a hawk to make sure I was getting 100% of the rep I could. Got a new asset a couple days ago? Uh-oh. What have you acquired now? Didn't you already have the fishing pole? Or is this like a new one? Okay. Yulind, I need a name for the other bunny.
Is that not Lindy's? Strange. Holy shit, you're beating that fish.
Failed. Is this you failing or like just stages? Huh.
Wow.
That's so noisy. Name for the other bunny. Did you name it Cass? Do you already have a Cass?
Yeah.
Yeah, Legion kinda ass. What the fuck? Legion was peak. Wow, dude, I got every single Paragon box towards the carpet from Nightfall and Legion. Me at night when I'm jorking it. Okay, fishing hard. And we were 40 Nightfall boxes of the carpet. I've never gotten a Paragon box. Not once. Damn nice fish. Oh, that's perfect. I think we've done 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hated the Legion weapon grind. It was so long and slow. See, Ganna, I feel like people complained about it all the time, but it was actually one of the best things for WoW. Because it made all content worthwhile, right? So, like, before Legion, let's say Warlords of Draenor. You go to literally just daily grinds, and it was time gated. You did not. No, it was not daily grinds. What are you talking about? When you're in Warlords of Draenor, you level up with normal dungeons. Hi, Big Balls Axe. You get to max level. You do some heroic dungeons to get you raid ready. Once you can do raids, there's no fucking point to ever step foot in a dungeon again. It was like, why? There was no point. Once you were finished with the raids like normal, why the fuck were you going to normal? You're going to heroic. Finish heroic, what is there to do? There's no PvP, PvE in the game. There's nothing for you. Yeah, let me grind that shit out over a week, not over 5 months. That's just the wrong, not the wrong way to play a game, but that's an unhealthy way to play a game and not what they want the average player doing. In Legion, they had the artifact weapon grind. This makes it so that no matter what you do, you get artifact power, which increases your power level. Now, literally everything is good to do. You need to increase your artifact power to increase your character level? Go do that in dungeons. Go do that in raids. Go do that in fucking world quests. Go do that in PvP. Literally anything you do, anything you want to do by playing the game increases your thing. And now, nothing is like a waste of time. In the past, let's say you needed a specific item from a heroic dungeon. And if you didn't get that item, well, fuck you, come back tomorrow after reset. And you just kept running that for week after week and not getting the item. Fuck you, you were wasting your time. You could have, like, been saved all that time if you got it the first few runs. But because you didn't, it's just completely meaningless. You get nothing for it. With artifact power, you go into a dungeon, you are rewarded for it. If you get no loot, you come out with artifact power, and you have made it worthwhile to go there. That is such a good system, and makes it so that it's literally play the game and be rewarded for it. I think artifact power is one of the best things World of Warcraft ever added. And it drives me up a wall when people are like, God, I hated artifact power. I hate the grind. I'm like, you don't understand. You don't know how good it was. It was long as though. We get at Yulind, you don't play WoW. And it was time gated and it had FOMO. I play more Legion than Yuli. Oh god, it's so over for me. Hello, hello. Yeah, let me grind that shit over a week. Kaboom, not over 5 months. They released Mythic Dungeons at the end of WoD, and they became something you did the entire end of WoD. It was pretty bad, not gonna lie. Introduction of Titan Forging. Also, yeah, Legion Legendaries were ass cheeks where you could just get the wrong one and get fucked. Not what we're talking about at all, Cairo, but okay. Yeah, that was great. But then you hand it to the old man. He was like, alright, come back in 8 hours. Hand what to the old man? AP was only bad when it was BFA. BFA shit. I got really lucky with my legendary drops. Got my best in slot as first 2 drops. Fuck you. The legendaries were... I get what they were going for, but it's a difficult system to implement. What do you mean, hand it into the old man? Artifact power, you just used it and you got it. It was like you had little AP tokens in your bags. I don't know what you're talking about with handing it into the old man. I think Ganna is talking about artifact knowledge. What's the plan for today, Lin? The plan for today is walk once we eventually get walking, and then we'll do some Final Fantasy with Kyra. I'm going to try to take pictures with Alani, and then later tonight will be VR chat with Core. You got the shit from Quest, and then you need to hand it into someone that process it into the weapon power? No, you didn't. Anna, it was literally just like a little coin you used. You'd have like a bunch of artifact things, and you just right-click them, and it'd be like, plus 45, plus 45, plus 25, plus 100. You didn't need to turn it into anybody. Also, Legion Legendaries are problematic because they led to the Heart of Azeroth. Legion Legendaries, it was a fun system they wanted to do on paper, where it's like, hey, you have some, like, control. And, you know, get a little variability in your build and whatnot. And what am I thinking of? I have no fucking clue, Ganna. But there was never, like, you need to go turn this into the old man. Artifact knowledge, like Farisu is discussing, was the catch-up mechanic, where every week you would get artifact knowledge, and that would increase the yield on artifact power. And this made it so that if somebody had been playing for 5 months, and they get their friend to play, and their friend comes in, they don't have a 5-month grind to get to the same level. They will get relatively close within a month. Not the same, they'd be just under, because it was impossible to get exactly the same. But it made it so that you got within, if you started late, you were not just fucked in like, hey, you'll never be able to be competitive because you will never be at the same level as the people that are currently playing. That would have been awful. I'll just, when you go from getting 5, 10, 25, 50 AP to getting 5 million, 10 million, 25 million, yeah. Artifact knowledge was super weak and you had to come back every 8 hours later in the expansion if you joined. Then what am I thinking of? I think it's the artifact knowledge. Legendaries. Legendaries was a cool system on paper. The problem is, they didn't want to give you every legendary at the start, so they made it so that you randomly get them. And you just fucking hope you get the ones that were meta for your class, and good for you. If you didn't, fuck you. Alternatively, if they just gave you all of them or gave you a choice of them, you would care about the 2 you wanted, and then the others, it'd just be a system you're like, oh, I don't care about this at all, and you let it go. Both systems kind of fail, and they did the second one in Shadowlands, where you chose the one you wanted, and then it was like, well, forget everything else, I don't care about this anymore. And I think both times they kind of failed. I don't know what a better system would have been if you really wanted legendaries. Honestly, I think just these should have been like standard talents. The legendaries as a whole was just, don't do that. Knowledge is what made you go. What's my for today? Yeah, no. Artifact power in general, I thought was an incredible system. They tried to replicate it in the next expansion, Battle for Azeroth. But the problem is, they wanted it to be different. They didn't want it to just be, you know, the same artifact system again. So they tried to kind of reverse it, where you get the Heart of Azeroth, you level that up, but you also get your pieces of gear, your chest, shoulders, and headpiece. And those would have Azerite traits. But you needed to unlock them as you go. So, like, let's say you got shoulders. There'd be 3 rings on it that you unlocked with Azurite chest, but you had to get that Azurite as you had that piece of gear in your bags. So, like, it would take you, like, a week to unlock all 3 traits, or maybe even longer early on, 2 or 3 weeks. And then you got to equip it. Once you had all 3 traits, well, by then you've probably got new shoulders anyway. So it was like, okay, well, those shoulders that you just leveled up for 3 weeks, I mean, you're stuck with them. But you've got better shoulders with a more ideal trait, but you can't use that for the next 2 weeks. And it was just like, it fucking sucked dick to get gear. And then it's like, oh, I can't use this for 2 weeks. Guess I'll just fucking wait. And like, it was a horrible, horrible system that was trying to replicate artifact power. Just did it really badly. AP was only bad if you were hardcore Nighthold pre 7.2. What do I know? What I do know is that I played like a month and got like half 1 weapon max. And that kind of sucked. This was everyone at the start? Yeah, that was everyone at the start. I get that you wanted to have it fully maxed, but like, it gave you a sense of you're leveling up even after you're leveling up. You're working towards something, which I think is a good fucking thing. I'd hate it if you could just finish that literally like in 3 days and be like, okay, this system that is supposed to be integral and like a core part of the whole expansion, we're done with it. Unbind your key and forget how to even open this page because who fucking cares anymore? It's just, we're done with it. That'd be horrible. Some people like an end goal, Yuli. You had an end goal that you were constantly working toward. But like, I don't know why you'd want such a pivotal. I'm being very judgmental, Cam, but I don't mean to be. I don't understand. But then I was playing 2 specs. It was not the greatest for 2 specs. I will give you that. I don't understand why you would want, I don't understand why you'd want this really robust, intricate system that doesn't have variation. It's not like talents that you can swap back and forth whenever you want. It's a one and done. Once you level up those points, they're good to go. I don't know why you would want to just knock that out in like a day and never look at it again. I personally got like a lot of excitement being like, dude, I haven't gotten a trait in like a few days. I'm about to get my 2nd gold dragon. Oh, my whole rotation's gonna change. I'm gonna get this little new attack, and that's gonna be fucking rad. I was excited to unlock stuff, and that was something that went on for weeks. Hey, Legion was super unfriendly to alts, like real bad. The weapon was the end goal, and they added Concordance, the uncapped trait later on. I literally could not start on one. There was so much power tied to the weapon that I could not compete on the sub-spec. I will disagree with that. I would say you're not a Mythic Raider, so you absolutely could have. If everybody was like level 30 on their main weapon, you could have been level 25 on 2 specs. And level 25 is not like, oh, you're vastly inferior to a level 30. Don't even show up to raid. It's like, you're going to be a little behind, but you're not going to be like 20% behind them. 100% of my weapon on an alt. I made on New Year's Eve 2016. Then 7.2 came out. I was playing 1 spec, maybe it's cool. I sunk like 40 hours plus into it. Was maybe doing 20% done. Problem was it was level 0 on sub spec. Yeah, because you weren't leveling it. You're putting it all in your main spec. And if you were like the official dual spec person in the guild, right? If you were like, hey, this is our 3rd healer, they go DPS on the easy fights, or you were just a dual spec player, I feel like people were kind of going to know. And it wasn't like, every single person you were playing with was cutting edge, level 30, and it was noticeable if you were level 25. You were dealing with some shitters who probably didn't even know to put artifact power in their weapon and were level 0. I think you absolutely could have played that, and that was kind of just a mental thing of, I'm wasting points if I split them between 2 specs, so I'm not going to bother. I feel like MMOs should be like PSO and 14 going forward, where you can just swap classes specs. No, that's dumb. I was supposed to be your alt spec. I was supposed to be your alt spec. Would always be 1 trait behind if you decided to work on it. Yeah, you'd be a little behind, and you wouldn't be like at quite the same level. But they scaled, right? Your first trait costs 100. Your second trait costs 150. Your third trait costs 300, right? And it scaled up to a point where, like, literally the 25 points under would be the same cost as, like, the 27th points. The summation of 25 points, the first 25 points, would be the same as, like, the 27th point. I also wasn't playing with the guild, so I guess I was missing out on all the raid AP. I suppose so, but I don't think that's really going to change it. If you were just running dungeons all day, every day, you'd have more than somebody who is only doing raids. I've only done like 2. You guys got me talking artifact weapon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had to really min-max early on for AP grinding, like doing a quest pre-knowledge, then turning in as your knowledge ticked up. I do remember that. That was a very annoying system. That was I hated that. Hey, we're here to herd you, yap. I suppose, but like it's 9:41 and we still have 6 squats to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did Kimmy go? Did Kimmy crash? I literally just had a moment of like, I stopped talking WoW, my consciousness came back, and I'm like, hey, where'd everybody go? I think I saw Star leave, but I didn't see Pixel or Kimmy leave. Yep, let's move on. I feel like Legion was an amazing, phenomenal story casual package. If you're more of a hardcore player, a lot of the small systems got very fucking annoying. Honestly, I'd say that's just all of WoW. I'd say if you're a hardcore player, there's never been a perfect utopia of everything was flawless. I feel like hardcore players have just always been dealing with, this system is either player unfriendly or just really convoluted and complex that it's stupid. I think overall, Legion was very, very good. I'd say it was peak WoW. But it wasn't perfect for casuals or high-end players. I think they've got a lot of stupid shit right now that's just like, oh god. If you don't go to, like, external sites, you're not gonna know what to do in World of Warcraft. Like, I struggle with the crafting stuff. I look at, like, you know, hey, you should be crafting stuff, and I'm like, oh god, Will, tell me what to do. Tell me what I need to do, Will, because it's just so... You're supposed to know, okay, you have to get this spark, combine that with Valor Stones, and if you're making a two-handed weapon, you actually have to wait for a second spark, then combine that with 250 Valor Stones. Then you need to get these materials, and then there's a vendor over there that sells this specific material that you can only get one of, that costs this many mats, which you had to have been running Mythic Dungeons and Delves for to buy. But once you buy that, you can put that into the crafting material thing, and then you put it with this things and this things, and then you also need a missive to control the stats. And it's just like... I fucking hate this, dude. I fucking hate the new crafting system. And all the crafters are like, this is the best thing ever. And I'm just like, oh, I hate this system. There's a lot of stuff like that. There's another thing in WoW right now. You upgrade your gear. You go to, I forget what they're called, but like, each piece of gear you get, you can upgrade it like 8 ranks. But each piece has like a track level, right? So there's champion, heroic, veteran. I don't even know the order of these tracks. All I know is they take different mats to upgrade at certain points. It's not just, oh, there's one material that you can get for all of them, and when you get the mythic level stuff, you just use a lot of that material, and when you get the like dungeon level stuff, it's less of that material. No. You need specific materials to upgrade each one. So there's materials that you get from mythic dungeons. There's materials that you get from mythic raids. There's materials that you get from heroic raids. There's materials that you get from normal raids. There's materials that you just get out in the open. Why is it not just one material and just make it cost a lot? You get a mythic piece, and it's like, okay, well, this is going to take 15 gilded mythic crests to upgrade. You can get 30 gilded mythic crests from delves per week, but only if you run plus 11 delves. And then you can get 45 from mythic dungeons, but they have to be at least plus 10s. And I'm like, fucking blow my fucking brains out with this shit. I hate this. No more WoW. I can come back now. You know, I think I just found my first crypto transaction. Oh. Also, hi, Octomage. You didn't even get the coolest artifact, so Yuli opinion invalid. What do you think is the coolest artifact? And also, I'm pretty sure I got every artifact in the game. Dated to December 24th, 2013. Been looking through my old laptop. He's yapping about something I have no idea, but I'm still here for him. I just got a new sort of tier shit. Like, they unlock the upgrades for items, but it has no mention of it in-game. Also, the upgrade for the allied races on Argus was cheeks, doing the same tiny pool of world quests over and over. Underlight Angler. I told me to... You didn't get it? What? Oh, the fucking fishing artifact. Yeah, no, I didn't get that one. Not having fishing artifacts on 2+ characters is wild. I don't like fishing. I don't like fishing games. Star shows up here and they're like, yo, check it out, I got a fishing thing. I'm like, don't spam this in front of me. Don't spam this in front of me, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The best fishing I've ever done was Stardew fucking Valley, 200 crab pots, crab pot mastery, bait mastery. I don't have to bait them every morning, just run next to them, just holding the interact button, just and then make 75 sashimi, 25 batteries, a bunch of trash, whatever, and sell that shit for 20,000 every morning. If fishing is auto, it's bad. So the way fishing works in Stardew Valley, Frisu, is you've got a rod, you throw it out there, you get the bar, the fish goes up and down in the bar, you have to keep like a green bar, you keep the fish in the green bar, so it's a lot of like pressing A to make the bar go up, letting it idle to go down, keeping the fish in your bar. You will get rods, bait, tackle that make it easier to keep fish in that bar, and for some of the later stuff, it feels almost required, although someone who's genuinely goated with fishing could do it without all that stuff. You can get bait and tackle that makes it easier. You can get bait and tackle that makes it greedy, so it's like you get more per. Or at level 3, you can start making crab pots. Crab pots are just, you put them in the water on the shore, you put bait in it, and at the start of each day, you've got something in that if you baited it. You need to bait it new bait each day, but you get something new each day. At level 5, you can get a mastery that makes it so the crab pots are very cheap to make, and like you can just start printing them. And at level 10, you can make it so that you can either make it so that you always get a good reward when you bait them, or you can make it so that you don't need to bait them anymore. That's my fishing. Fishing is the best minigame in any game. Always like A to S here. Whoa. You're already attractive. Calm down. What do you mean? I have 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 100% fishing every expansion, and it's great in WoW. You would probably enjoy fishing in Stardew Valley, although I don't think Stardew Valley would particularly be fun for you. Though I do think you would like the collectathon aspect of Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is very, like, one and done thing. There's people who, they go and get perfectionists every year, right? So they start a game, I'm going to do this with my farm this time. Get perfectionist, which is like 100%ing the game, collecting every little thing. And then that was like, that was a fun month for me. On to the next one. I feel like you'd have fun with it, Frisu, but at the same time, like, it lacks the permanence that you really like in game. God, can Haunted Chocolatier come out already? We're gonna get Stardew 7 before 1.7. Hi, Dubbin! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no more fucking around. No more talking WoW. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. We gotta start. We're at 950 or 850. No, 950. 950. Let me just be a hermit and farm for a year with no negative consequences. For a year? If 1.7 comes out for Haunted Chocolatier, I'm going to butt fuck you on your front lawn. Why do you think it won't? What? That's a crazy take, Cairo. 50-30, 53-30, huh? Because it's your fault at that point. You think an entire game is easier to come out with compared to an update. You were dropped as a child. Yeah, I just want to funnel farming. I'm so excited for Legion Remix. I don't know what I'm gonna play. I'm going to update your prostate, friend. Fucking what? I'm kind of thinking Disc Priest again. Just for easy cues. One minute down. Did the music end? Okay, aloofs. I was like, hang on. Does this world actually have non-looping music? Does it run out after an hour? Halfway there. 90 more seconds. My finger's getting better, but it still seems to do this weird, like, up thing now and then. Also, Concerned Ape said that Haunted Chocolatier was his priority. Yeah, it is, but 1.7 is still going to be way smaller and easier to do. It's also not just him, he's got a team now. Is Farisu still here? Maybe. I really need to record Duskwood with Farisu, but she works on weekdays. But then she's busy on weekends too, because that's her time to actually socialize. So I was gonna ask her tomorrow. 30 more seconds. 20 more seconds. 15 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh. Hi, monkey, monkey, monk. Are you like normal sleep cycle American? Or cool sleep cycle American? When I visited her, she was deranged sleep cycle American. Right now, I think she's actually normal. I don't have a sleep schedule. I would have thought you had a normal sleep schedule because you're working fairly normal hours now. Okay. Pat, pat, pat. Thank you. Fishy, I sent you one of the games I saw yesterday. I imagine just you and Henu or you and Smug playing that. Yeah, I saw. You only spent a few hours talking about clownification earlier. Of course, I don't have a good sleep schedule. That has nothing to do with sleep schedule, Farisu. Hi, Ronmu. Okay. You guys wait there. I have to go behind the whole tree. Can I do it here? This kind of works here. Except I'm on stairs, so it's a little weird. Okay. Um. It seemed like a nice, chill, fun time. It seemed like a really cool game, but as an entire game, it feels lacking. It'd feel like it'd be a fun game mode in a game. But like having an entire game to that, I was like, how do you make this last a while? How do you get any longevity out of this? I feel like it'd be good for one stream. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just like, this was so fun, I want to play more. But just because you're a clown doesn't mean you can't sleep at normal times. Yuli, you, Fishy, and I have to do FBC whenever the update comes out. I'd rather play something in real time. Why was I about to take my shoes? We've been yapping for so long, I was like, why am I just standing here with my shoes on? Let's take those off. I haven't walked yet. Oh, God. Let's start that. Put this here, put this here. I cheated today, guys. I cheated. The video we got, I chose not to walk to, and I skipped it. I skipped to the next video. The reason for that is because it was a Final Fantasy video. And I was like, uh-oh. Pyro can't see that yet. Hi, Xanther. No, I don't have Wi-Fi. We're walking. What video was it? It was Calusia. It was Calusia in Shadowbringers. 58 minutes. Oh god, what am I doing? What am I doing? I set the treadmill to 3.5 miles per hour. And max incline. Oh boy, finally walk time. Skip the video and wouldn't show me Elwyn. Okay, that's different, Frisu. Elwyn we started with. We literally started with that day. The day I recorded it, if you wanted to see it, you had to be there the next day. But you chose not to be. What? Don't fucking... I'm realizing I did something with my trackers. Ugh. I'm being weird today, guys. I don't know why. I'm just off from my routine. I turned my trackers forward. I'm not going to go all the way around. I'm just gonna fucking twist them right here. Ugh, don't look! Don't look, it's embarrassing! Calibrate. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Attempt 2? Don't. It's resetting the incline. Guys, I swear I know what I'm doing. The real reason he wants to play 14 is so he can walk normally again? What the? How dare you? Alright, Cairo. If you're not gonna take my side, I'm not skipping videos for anymore. for you anymore. I'm just gonna tell you to fuck off and be audio only. I understand how this works. I understand where we are. Alright, he's going faster to get over the incline. Now I'm trying to figure out if I would be able to play Lemix with you or not. Uh-oh. Can't make me sleep while no one can. Yulind is an emu now? I usually do stuff in my solo and I also shoot with people for keys or aid scanner. You know, we're not looking at your ankles. It's not about looking at my ankles, it's that when my trackers face forward, the base stations can't see them. Yeah, no problem, I would want to play with Yulind, but I would want to play with Yulind. But is normal angry? Is normal angry, huh? Are you saying I'm normally angry? Good night, Dulahanlin. Good night, Elder. Sleep well. I am absolutely open to playing with people. Why do I have an option to contribute to my own taxes? Angulin? No, you have a normal sleep schedule? Gotcha. Gotcha. But he's no, gotcha. I'm down to play with people. I just don't make plans to play with people for stuff that I do daily. So, like, when Lemix comes out, hi, Zvi. It's going to be a very, like, do your 20 minutes to hours of dailies, right? There's going to be a lot of leveling initially. And then you do, like, dailies and whatnot. And, I don't see myself like, hey, Farisu, wanna group up for dailies? I'm not gonna be playing like that. But if somebody was like, hey, wanna group up for dailies or do a few dungeons, I'd be like, yeah, sure. Never mind, was stuck and you moved on. All good. Come on, femboy, let me see you at the beach. You will in like 1 or 2 more days. It looks like it's gonna hit Sunday, maybe Monday. I need a drink. Ugh. Hi, Oni. Classes in Lemix. There's Mage, Warlock, Priest. Rogue Monk. Demon Hunter. Druid. Shaman Hunter. Warrior Paladin. Death Knight. With infinite scaling stats, not everything is created equal, right? Shamans did really, really good because the haste just made their cooldowns really low. So they were able to just spam like Storm Strike and just do crazy damage with that because it was just a cooldown move that hit hard. Hi, Media. Actually, we should do more 14. So Oni has less of a chance to Hawk 2 on me. What the? Ryan says hi. Hi, Ryan. Is he visiting right now? And that he predicts complaining from you? What? Why would I complain? I'm jealous, of course. But I like to see my friends happy. I know you all have fun when you visit. Does Lemix unlock transfers to retail? Yes. When you finish Lemix, those characters will move to retail. That's an easy guess. What the fuck? Loading. Me don't understand. You could level everything but Evoker in Lemix? Then go to retail and Midnight Easy gain a decision? What was it, Media? Like what happened? Well, why jealous? Oh, I'd be jealous that you two are visiting. That Ryan is at your place right now. Did something bad happen? No. I just think Ryan's visiting. And I'm like, oh man, I'd love to be there, right? It's not a jealousy that's like, grr, I'm actually mad, how dare they? I'm the lucky one. It's just, oh, that sounds really nice. Vision, ditch classic, embrace retail. We'd love for you to be here too. I know, but you're across the pond. That's so far. And media? I have left my house too many fucking times this year. In the last 3 years... Okay, when I moved back to Missouri, I literally didn't leave the house once. Like, aside from going to the grocery store on a few trips, taking parents to the airport, going to some, like, party, I would come back to the house at the end of every day for a year straight. Then I started streaming, and it was like 695 days of me not going anywhere. Of me, like, streaming every day, going to sleep in this house, right? Trips to the airport, trips to the grocery store. But, like, I was back in my bed at the end of every day. 3 years of that. And in the last 2 months, I've gone 2 places. I went to Arkansas for a family reunion. I went to California for my grandma's 90th birthday. I am so like, God, I don't want to fucking travel. I can smooch a Ryan for you though. Do it. I don't know anyone that plays retail. I tried solo retail and it's boring. I'm proud of you. Been there, done that, traveling around the country, seeing new places. You could play with the Demi Kitchen game. You're living the dream. It would be a bad time to join Ghana. But I do have a guild. I don't think they're... I think we've talked about this. The raid times don't work for you at all, but... You know, he's got too much this year. He can't afford all the fuel for his private jet and defeat his servants in his old money mansion by the lake. He's graciously allowing the servants to eat. Fuck you. Also necessary ew outside. Raid times don't even work for me, man. Yeah, but you put your stream time then. You could have put them at other places. You probably put them at a time that works for your community. Sire, please, I require shed. Please do. Leon, you are never getting a shed. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna ban the word shed. That's what I should do. I should auto-mod that out. I don't make money any other time. Nothing works for you. Prize. I'm gonna ban the word shed. It's gonna be a 5-hour ban. Automod's gonna send you a message that's like, you knew this was banned. You chose to say this anyway. You're genuinely a bad person for continuing to harass the streamer with this joke. Not cool. My liege, may we have a building to store our tools? No! 5-hour ban. One building in the garden shall do. It started warming up in Australia. My dog's fur has started to shed. Banned! Yep. But it's so cool seeing lizards shed. It is cool seeing reptiles shed. I like snakes shedding the most. When it's just the fucking tube that comes off of them. This is first. What if I need to shed my winter coat? Well, then you better word it differently. Word it as disengaging your seasonal fur. It really fucking has. I hate it. You unban me. Now I've shed a tear. I love it. I like it hot. Ugh, you're one of those. You need to take off your outer skin. It feels like it's always shedding season for my dog. You pet them and you just see, like, fur forming a cloud in the air, and you're just like, oh, God, dude. This stinks. Lemix. I could play Warrior again. I could just be like, hey, Warrior was kind of my main in Legion. Well, I say kind of my main. It was my main at the end of... Not Legion. War Within. I could stick with it. I could play Disciplined Priest for the easy healer queues. Shaman wouldn't be bad. Are they gonna have one button mode? Because, like, one button mode with 99% haste doesn't sound that bad. So you also have a German Shepherd. Can we ban Smile? I don't think those people are good people. Imagine liking it hot. What am I? Hot chocolate? As an Akio, all of my cells are replaced on an hourly basis. One button doesn't use every cooldown, though. That's not the issue. It's pretty easy to just use your cooldowns. This is why people take their dogs to the groomers. Some are high maintenance that need to be brushed often. I've always had short-haired dogs, though. Those typically aren't considered high maintenance. I've had 3 Boston Terriers, and right now I have a Boxer. I think she's just old and her hair just comes off. She turned 11 Wednesday. Make the dog bald. She's on her way. It sucks to think about. I don't think we're gonna have her for much longer. She's still fairly energetic. She's still a fucking puppy. But, like, she doesn't like going up and down stairs anymore. When she's laying down and she gets up, she kind of, like, slips a little bit, and it looks like she has trouble getting up. When we tell her to jump on the bed, she really fucking thinks about it. And, she just has more and more, like, complications. Like, oh, didn't eat breakfast this morning and threw up. Uh-oh. Better when it's hot. When Yulind walks, his clothing will get sweaty and cling to him. If it was cold, he would be shuffling T-pose with all those layers. While you had the dog for a fourth of your life. A third. Also, you can't really count it as having the dog, because 3 of those years, I didn't live with the dog. I'm taking Murph to the groomers tomorrow. Gonna get my man a little haircut. Get him a bowl cut. Make him have just a genuine bowl cut. Please. He deserves it. What the fuck? Don't you think that'd be really funny to see him, like, barking at people at Taco Bell with a fucking bowl cut? Why would I make my son ugly? So, today I learned... What did you learn, Star? Bowl cut squish. Yes, but you can't just do that. You absolutely can. You just learned that, Star? They are not just adding Pictomancer. They are also adding Dark Knight. Okay, you know about Dark Knight. Yes. Yup. On Monday. You make your son ugly so he looks like a mini you. Oh my god, smile. When are you going to start shedding? I'm already shedding. That's what I do. I'm gonna be a fucking Pictomancer and spray my liquids all over the monsters. Wait. And this time it won't be in just the dojins. Hey. Yeah. Uh-huh. Hi, girls. I let Yulind do things to me in a dojin, and I thank him for it. Oh, girls, you know that's not how it works. I am the fucking turbo bottom, oh, girls. You know damn well I'm not doing things to others in dojins. But you can do things to me that we'd see in a dojin, and I thank you for it. Huh? Hey, cutie, walk here often? Yeah, Trogdor. Okay, I can do that? Hell yeah. I respect you being an equal footing bottom, Yulind. High fives, Shrisu. I thought about saying something. I was like, you know what? No, high fives, Shrisu. Frisu and Eto and Oni keep being like, Yulind, when are you coming back to Arkansas? I'm like, oh, it sounds nice. But I don't know, next August? Hey, now I sent you an option from a dojin. You pulled out a gun. Yeah, wasn't it something that I didn't like? Yeah, it was a collar meme. You were like, when are you gonna put the collar on? And I don't want to do collar stuff. Well, okay. Wearing a collar itself, I'm not against. But like... collar stuff, wow. Shame. Collar stuff, gasm. Oh, girls. I saw a little... It was like an, collection of images. I don't think it was a dojin. I don't think it was, like, a comic or anything. I think it was just 3 images. And it was a cute little furry girl. She has a collar put on. She's getting her back washed in a bath. Oh no, it was a femboy because there was a cage. I guess it could still be a girl. And then it was her asleep in a, like, dog kennel. And I just sent that to Frisu. And she's like, yo, that better be me in a few weeks. True. But you need a collar? How else am I going to drag you to bed? Hi, Hobbit. Hobbit, you really do have a talent for it. We yapped about World of Warcraft for literally an hour. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I sent a picture of a femboy getting put in a dog kennel. And that's when Hobbit shows up. I just got home from running errands for 2 hours. Wait, I could just grab your wrist? True! We're at 0.85 miles. We've got max incline. And, oh boy. Today's gonna be a day. Most people, doghouse is bad. Furisu. I don't remember who it was with. New latex stuff just arrived. We're so back. I should have a package coming today. I should be getting a Herman Miller chair. So I'm fucking excited for that. Sick. I have a Secret Labs from like 2019. It's alright. It was great at first, but now like the more I've used it, I'm like, this thing sucks. What? What do you mean, what? Any of it as freaky as the toe socks? Yuli stepping up. Thigh highs. Opera length gloves. Latex crop top. Don't buy racing chairs. Oh my god. This Cairo guy. Don't buy gamer chairs, buy office chairs. Cairo, I need you to listen carefully with this one. I bought a Herman Miller, an office chair. It is replacing the Secret Labs gaming chair from 2019. Is it refurb? I don't think so. Finally, we can help your posture. Yeah, that shit actually sounds kind of hot. Good lord. It is a gift from Sammy. Just buy a recliner on wheels. Good lord, no. Boy dropped $2,000 on a chair. That is not what happened. It was 500, I believe. And yeah, Sammy bought it for me. Because Sammy's fucking crazy. I got a refurb steelcase chair since that's like the value Herman Miller. I had one when I lived on my own, best chair. Could not find another one at all. Oh, 500, that's probably refurb. It's either refurbed or it's like an old model that they're like, they don't make anymore and they're getting rid of. All Herman Millers are probably like 1K plus. I didn't think it was refurb, but I can check. Yeah, that was supposed to come yesterday. It said estimated delivery date, Thursday. Didn't arrive, but it shipped. So I'm expecting it today. Some Herman Millers are 2K plus, it's crazy. Yeah. I know a streamer that spent like 2K on some stupid chair from a brand I've never heard of. Then complains constantly, like, that is fucking sucks. Like, you should have just bought Herman Miller. What the fuck is wrong with you? Refurb was fine, it's a fucking chair, not a computer, lol. No, Herman Miller existed, okay. I know Schlatt spent like 4,000 on his chair, which is insane. But yes, I'm excited to get that. You guys talk about chairs like your ass doesn't break them within a month like every single chair I've ever owned. Doesn't matter what brand. Yeah, but you sit in them wrong, Farisu. Spend your money where you spend your time. Got a massive audience that was begging him to buy Herman Miller. I have no idea what he was thinking, Lamau. But in the case of Yulind's chair, bed and treadmill. And shoes. Shoes. What do you mean wrong? Farisu, you like sit in your chairs cross-legged and don't sit against the back of the chair. That is fucking weird. And of course you put all of the weight on the chair. Of course you break it. Badass. Your chair is breaking in a month. You're sitting in them wrong. Sponsorship. Even Amazon Basics office chairs last at least half a year. Hi, Yasu. Yulind, did you... the summer Hikaru died? No! Hope not. All he talks about is how awful it is, Lamau. Chair's useless. Are you talking about Schlatt there, Leon? Or no, the streamer you mentioned. I have an Anda seat, and it's kind of whack. You sit in chairs wrong, Frisu. I've seen it. I don't know why you're buying chairs. You should be buying a fucking stool with a pillow on it. I don't sit in chairs wrong. No different, smaller audience, but still pretty big for Twitch. Going into Legion Remix. I keep thinking I should pick a class based on the class hall. Because I'm going to spend a lot of time there, but it's like, ooh, I really want to. Priests have a shitty class hall. Mages have an okay class hall. They've got Hogwarts. Warlocks have a shitty class hall. Literally just a barren-ass rock. Druids have a shitty class hall. Just a forest. Rogues have a bangin' class hall, the Underbelly. Demon Hunters have a mid-class hall. It's just the fucking Fellhammer. Monks have an okay class hall. It's the Wandering Isle. Though it should have just been the Tian Shui Monastery. I don't know why they had a perfectly legit class hall. Destroyed it and gave them a new one. You don't have to talk to an NPC. Well, no, I guess you do. That's fine. Shamans have a cool one. Hunters have the lamest class hall. Fucking the True Shot Lodge. Yeah, okay, buddy. That sucks. Warriors have fucking Valhalla. That one's pretty great. Paladins have, in my opinion, the worst class hall. Like, Hunters I feel objectively is the worst. Paladins I feel is the worst. Light's Hope Chapel Basement is such a stupid retcon. Just give them Hearthglen. They should have just had Hearthglen. Icarus is pretty good. Death Knight's top 3. You're just jealous how flexible? I am jealous, but also they sit in chairs wrong. Don't need a chair if you have a dog cage. I had a nice huge back chair for like a year ago. I was forced to get rid of it because it was falling apart. So Yulind is calling out sea crimes, but he's being charitable about it? Okay, Xanther. Yeah, alright. We all know you will change your mind after 2 days, probably. Best one, Icarus, no contest. Don't sit in chairs wrong. I like the Druid class hall. It's just a forest. It's just a bunch of trees. We got the Easter egg and the Panda Collection mining nodes on the Wandering Isle, though. It's just weird to me. And what's wrong with trees? Another fucking big tree forest is so dumb. Like, you could have had... You know what Druids could have had? They could have had a little realm in the Emerald Dream. They could have had one of the glades with an Emerald Dream portal. Imagine if the class hall for Druids was like the fucking right outside the portal in Feralis. That would have been dope. Common Yuli L. Literally just some forest in bumfuck nowhere. Lame. Druid main likes the Druid class hall. Acres objectively the most efficient class hall. Acres is pretty good. It's the fucking flying fortress. You're lame. Warriors have fucking Valhalla. That's pretty fucking cool. I don't know. I also like the Underbelly. The Underbelly being like the city of rogues that you gotta flash the coin to get into is pretty great. Then play war. Well, I don't want to pick based solely on class hall. Hey guys, I'm a warrior. Let me walk for 25 minutes to get to Odin. You get a speed buff in there. Back with tea? Welcome back. Oh my god, this guy. Sorry, 15 minutes. It's actually not that slow for us, Frisu. We're on a fucking heavy-ass Death Knight that has no movement speed. It's pretty quick for us warriors. I understand why a Death Knight would be complaining about the walk there. 1.3. Warriors are just less cool DK? Just saying. But you know you can get into Valhalla by dying during sex too. So I'll make sure Yulind gets in. You know what's quicker? Druid. No, Death Knight is objectively quicker. Imagine casting him out. Oh, I thought you were talking about getting to the class hall. Doesn't sound as sexy as I hoped. Yeah, you did basically just say you'd kill me while you fuck me. Druid is not quicker to load screens. Furisu, they're just talking about moving around. I fell for the same thing. I was like, oh. Passing out. Gotcha. With regards to, okay, how easy is it to access your class hall? I would say Monk and Druid are top tier. Monk, Druid, Mage, those three are like the absolute top. Druid is right there under them. And I think, oh, does Shaman have an instant port as well? I think Shaman also has an instant port. Monk being able to just TP, my beloved. Druids have TP, right? Yeah, it replaces their teleport Moonglade. Oh, you mean the antithetical design of Druid that goes against the reward structure of WoW SMH? But it is faster for Isu. I think Death Knights get an instant port. Shamans do, I think. Yeah, see, why didn't Druids have Moonglade? Why didn't Druids just go there? Timing. You're just jelly. I think Monk DK are the only ones that TP you exactly back to the same spot afterwards. Monk DK, Shaman, Druid, Mage, you have instant teleports. The others, you have to go talk to somebody to get there. So, like, Paladin has portals in Dalaran. Warrior has portals around the Broken Isles. Hunter's got the vendor, or the NPC that puts you on a bird. Rogues, you've got the points in Dalaran. Demon Hunter has to fly off to their little island outside Dalaran. Warlock has to go to the portal in under Dalaran. Priest has the portals next to all the Paladin portals. Because Moonglade is old and ugly? The Laran. He was talking about emus yesterday. I think Moonglade is pretty as an iconic zone, and I think it would have looked fucking amazing if they, like, updated it. Like, give it just a Legion overhaul. Keep it the same, but, like, you know, a texture update. Make a lot of the trees pretty. Clean up a lot of the vertices on the bridges. Add some cool flashy shit. That would have been an awesome class hall. Some sort of electric cow. Rogue should have gotten Ravenholt Manor. Ravenholt Manor would have sucked. I think anybody that thinks Ravenholt Manor would have been a good class hall doesn't understand good theming. Mages should have gotten Karazhan. What the fuck? Just tell me you don't play Rogue? I do. Ravenholt Manor is literally some rich guy's mansion out in the middle of nowhere. Lore-wise, it is fucking stupid. The whole class fantasy, Furisu, of Rogue is being able to stealth and be in disguise and be right under your enemies / opponents, being able to be next to them without being seen. The Ravenholt family are such bad rogues, they have to go out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, where there's not another structure within 5 miles. Ravenholt Manor sucks. I don't care how much it's, like, iconic to the old Rogue class system in fantasy. It's stupid. It's one of those designs that's like, hey, we put a dragon in this dungeon because dragons are cool. Well, why is the dragon here? Because dragons are cool, idiot. It's nonsensical. Hi, Nondary. Think of the logistics of Ravenholt Manor. How are they getting their supplies? How are they getting all their food and water and their luxuries and all that sort of things? How are they servants paying, getting their wages, going to their family? Oh, they just live out there? Where's the servants' quarters? Ravenholt Manor fucking sucks. I'm glad it's not the class hall. Yeah, Moonglade had the Omen event. Me Lord Ravenholt, the one that controls the system of rogues between the faction and keeps things from getting out of hand. Where you got your legendary daggers? Yeah, and guess where he spends all of his time? Not Ravenholt Manor, because it sucks and it's useless in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. It's a vacation home at best. Where is he? In fucking Dalaran. Bro, at this point in the story, Garash's tile was in a book and not in game. They gave up on the story already? It doesn't excuse bad story. Fake rogues. I'm going to bed. Enjoy your walk, Linlin. Good night, Trogdor. Hi, Nomasu. Cable, please. Hi, Nomasu, bitch. Hi, Ghana. Hi, everyone. The entire class fantasy of rogues is stealth. They're able to be in places that other classes can't be. They are sneaky, unseen, undetected. Why the fuck would they be out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere? It's so stupid. They need to be right under your nose. And the underbelly of Dalaran is fucking perfect as a class hall. Hi, Dragon King. Hi, how are you? How's your day going? My day is good. I've got max incline, so within an hour or two, I'm gonna be fucking dying. Everyone knows the rogues are there, though? They don't. They don't know. See, you're doing it again, Frisu, where you think your knowledge is common knowledge. There's a lot of people that only play their class and they don't know where the other class halls are. And you tell them the rogue class hall is the underbelly. And they're like, what? It was? We've literally had people do that in this stream. Where it's like, the rogue class hall, somebody was like, Dalaran was cool, but they cut out half the underbelly. You couldn't go to the cool half where people would fish. And I was like, yeah, that was the rogue class hall. And they were like, what? It was? I didn't know that. I would have played rogue. I was like, yeah, dude. That's their class hall. Rogue mustache. I still watch those World of Roguecraft videos from time to time. Oh, when did you get incline? Trogdor did it right before stream. So I don't have timestamps on OBS. It was it was 8:50. I've been saving money for trips and plans for the upcoming months, and this week 99.99% of them got canceled. So Anonymous just tipped $36. Whoops. My dog says hi. Hi, puppers. I started with Rogue, but ended up endgaming Hunter and Holy Paladin. Oh, that's why, lol. I've never played WoW. I don't know classes had halls, but if you ask me what Rogue's class hall would be, I'd probably say the underbelly, because that is just so on the nose. Thank you. Hi, Sozaku. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Puppo. It's crazy to me when people are like, what do you think is a better class hall? The literal underbelly, hidden underside of Dalaran, literally under everybody's noses, that you have to go to shops and show them a signet that's like, yeah, I'm part of the cool clubs. And they're like, yes, of course, right here. And they open a hidden bookshelf and you go in that. Or literally some stinky manor out in the middle of nowhere. We all know who you're talking about when you say someone. They're going on about fishing. You can just say Cairo. It was not Cairo. Cairo is not the one who didn't know where the rogue class hall was. It's all he talks about. Oh, lol. Cairo. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Cairo. Ayo, fishing. Cairo, you knew where the rogue class hall was in Legion, right? God, I feel like I've had to sneeze this whole walk so far. No, I fucking love the rogue class hall. It, I like the rogue, the death knight, and the warrior ones the most. I think the worst ones are hunter, priest, and warlock. I think those class halls suck. No, I'll add demon hunter in that as well. There's just nothing to them. No, druid. Druid is also in the bottom 5. Everything else is like mid tier. Ozaku contributed to taxes. Ozaku, do you know how taxes works? When that community challenge fills up, we have a beach day. So instead of this outfit, we'll be in a bikini. You're mid tier. And we'll be walking to beaches instead of standard pathways. But also, somebody could redeem the outfit redeem, and then choose one of the 4 outfits listed. I don't think anybody's done that today. Look, it's all subjective, right, Ganna? Bunny? Hell yeah. We gotta make sure to click bunny. And not safe for work bunny. I was hovering over like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm not doing it if you ask for it. I literally didn't ask for it. I said someone could do it. Bunny, Thank you, Xanther. I know your tricks, you can fool... You can fool me, funny man! It's a really funny typo. Booby bunny versus boobless bunny. This is the booby bunny. Because it's fucking stacked. Carrot. I was going to message Zayla the other day, and I didn't really know what to say, so I said I'll come back to it. I know I can just say, like, hey, thought of you, miss you. Kiss, kiss, kiss. I don't know, I felt like I wanted to say more. I need a drink. We're at 1.9. I don't know what video we get after Grizzly Hills. I also don't think we're that close to the end. Well, Grizzly Hills is like an hour 16. Yeah, it should be a lot left. Grizzly Hills is one of those videos where I'm like, how the fuck is there an hour 16? I don't remember all the pathways. The next few should be short. Duskwood will be decently long. Duskwood will have a lot to it. Swamp of Sorrow should be fairly short. Badlands will be probably medium. Northern and Southern Stranglethorn will probably be short. Undermine should be short. And then Koresh has the potential to be long, but will probably be short because I don't think I'm going to do too many just no path walking through the desert sections of it. So I think a lot of Koresh is just going to get cut. Wandering Isle will be long. I feel like I need to sneeze so fucking bad. Okay, Lemix. I'm thinking Disc Priest. I'm thinking warrior. Current survival. No, I'm not gonna play survival. I'm not gonna play hunter. That didn't work in Mop Remix. I'm not gonna do it this one. Oh, but what if it does? Mongoose bite with just crazy haste sounds so fun. Yulind, this horse sucks. Which horse? I keep seeing memes about Super Creek. And her being very intimidating to the trainer. Like, there's one that I saw. And it's, there's a knock at the door. The trainer looks through the little, like, peek hole in their door. And you see the fisheye lens of Super Creek. And she's like, Trainer-san, I'm ready for training, let's go. Let's go. And we can hold hands afterwards. And then the second panel is it's really dark and, like, spooky. And her eyes look really scary. And she's like, you know I can literally rip this door off its frame, right? It's like, oh! Silent Suzuki? What do you mean Silent Suzuki sucks? Horse just wins races by existing. Intimidating to the other horses too. Her career ends is hilarious. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Fuck, I wasn't even close to muting. Yeah. She's failed 2 trainings and she's not even debuted. How do you fail 2 before debuting? Oh, God. You know what it feels like? Rear Yulind sneeze. It was like 15%. I don't know. It feels like I have a loose hair in the back of my nose. That's what it feels like. Like I just have a nose hair just poking the side. It's awful. Bless. I want to play Goo Goo Babies today. It was like 15%, I don't know. That's crazy. I think if I failed some races before she debuted, I'd reset. That's so early. If she failed twice, I would absolutely reset. I believe the exact quote from Mayano or something is like, he's like a living demon in the flesh. You know, where it's just like, I'm so scared. And both got 2 mood downs. Yeah, reset. Don't play that run out. Hi, Wrath. Yulind, I'm dealing with family drama leading up to my niece's Sunday baptism at 10 a.m. on Sunday, an hour and a half away. Please kill me. God damn, Lamau. But it's one of my 3 daily borrows. I'd still reset it. Do you use all 3 of your borrows each time? I would just consider that one wasted. All my horse parents suck. Sometimes. I would just consider that one lost. 2 training failures before debut is just like... You could come back from that, but like, why? Why go through the, like, you gotta fucking fight hard for this run? There's an event on ATM. My inspirations are pretty bad, but my cards are real suck. I almost always borrow a card from Hobbit, I think? Or a parent? And then I actually myself have a pretty good parent. I think one of my parents is pretty good. Because it has that same Hobbit parent. So it's like, wait a minute. This run I'm doing has a mom, and that mom is also the grandma on the other side. Uh-oh. Hey, Yulind, nice ass. Thank you. And I want a good haunts for the CM. My Taiki was just speed. The event story is hilarious. I really enjoyed it. Incest haunts? It is literally like a turbo incest haunts. It's like, ooh, wait a minute, ooh. But it gives a shit ton of speed. This motherfucker has inbred horses. Yeah. Yeah. Your Maruzensky? I don't think it's my Maruzensky. No, it's actually a Daiwa. It's not even a Daiwa that did that good. It's like a C-rank Daiwa that failed at her like 6th or 7th race. But she just, as a parent, gives everything I want her to. Was gonna say, not my Maru. Does your borrow kind of pants? Yeah, I don't think it's good. I did not play anywhere near as much as a lot of people. I feel like I never got to a point where the game clicked. I never got to a point where I was like, oh, I understand everything. I know what I'm doing. I was sitting there, like, literally just trying to win careers. I wasn't trying to get, like, good statted horses. I was really trying to not fail the career mode. Are you meant to be playing with latex? She doesn't start work for a couple hours. She's got, like, 5 hours? 5 or 7 hours until she goes live? She's probably gonna sleep before then. Yeah. I'll play with it on the weekend. You're not gonna use it tonight? It clicked and it was fun, but it's the only story is careers. You can refuse to drop any new horses. It's running out of stuff to do. Because of getting A-ranks like the candy at the end of my play. Yeah. God, I love how floppy the ears are. They're like perfect. I remember on some of the older avatars. On the beach outfit, the ears are like turbo stiff, and it's like, oh, this sucks. And then this one, they're great. You know, those aren't real ears. They're literally real ears. Wow, that's discipline. Hi, fishy. Fishy! Hi, Noodles! I was watching somebody. I know them kind of a little bit. We have a lot of mutual friends, and so they were streaming, and I was checking them out. I'd watched a few of their streams, but, you know, I was really hanging out on this stream. They have one of the old bunny tails, and they're like, yeah, they were showing me their models, and they're like, yeah, and then I got this updated base, and I put all these outfits on it. Then I got the current base, and I put all these outfits on it. But the things that have stayed the same, the ears and the tail, those have stayed the same through the whole way. And I was like, don't be rude, don't be rude, don't be rude. But in my mind, I'm like thinking, oh, that tail's cute. I have a better bunny tail. And so, they have the bunny tail that looks like a cheerleader pom-pom. It's okay. I like this one way more. My goodness. Weird, I can rewind my Twitch stream now. Yeah, it's a new feature. If I get a new toy, I want to play with it. Yeah, I seen that. I finally got an A-rank Gulshi, but Kita didn't give Professor of Curvature. I was so fucking mad. I had it. Should have prepped to wear it and stuff. Quota filled. Hell yeah. Oh, right. Do you need to cover yourself in talc or something? No. What was it? What was it? I just had something on my mind. I need a drink. Oh god, my throat. I was gonna say something and I forgot it. Bunny tails? No. I don't know. Was it a horse thing? New toys, new toys. That's what it was. When I get a new toy, it depends on the toy. If it's like a new thing in a video game, I want to play with that shit instantly. If I made a new build in like Diablo 3 or Last Epoch or WoW, show me a training dummy, show me NPCs to kill, I want to use that shit right the fuck now. If I get a new thing IRL, it might sit in the box in its packaging for a month. Sometimes I'm very excited to use stuff. And sometimes I just let it sit there. Hi, Kumi. I have 2 things that I've gotten from Throne that I've been very bad with and haven't used yet. One is the Hydro Dental Floss thing. I have one of those water floss things, and I still haven't set it up. Although, I did just run out of regular floss pixie yesterday. So I kind of have to set it up now. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my god, guys, this is awful. My nose just feels like it needs to be fucking vacuumed to get this loose hair out or something. I hate it. And smoosh to Yulind. And she just comes second on her first G1. Glue horse! The other thing. Sammy bought me a SteelSeries mouse. I've had it for like a week. It's just been sitting on my bookcase. I'm like, I should really plug that in. I don't like going through the effort of setting stuff up. That reminds me, I had a dream where I got a used electric toothbrush with water pick thing. Why are my dreams so fucking weird? A used electric toothbrush is crazy. That's actually like, you need to be studied. My tea was good, made me big comfy. Dubbin, I have had tea twice in my life. The first time, I was like, let's try out tea. So I bought some random honey tea bags from the grocery store. Microwaved the water. Dumped the tea bag in, said, is this good? Started drinking right away. Shit was awful. Poured it out. Threw the tea out. Never again. The second time, my friend learned what I had done was so heretical to tea that they were like, I'm sending you tea from England, and you're going to follow my specific instructions, you dumb bitch. It was PG tips. And, they told me to boil the water, not microwave. Put the tea bag in for, 1.5 minutes. And then put in, like, just a little bit of milk. I forget the measurement, but, like, an exact measurement of water. Or of milk. I think it was, like, spoonfuls, and it was 1 or 2. I think they told me to do 2. And that was okay. It was good. But it was like, wow. This was so much effort for just 1 cup of tea. I was gonna get a new brush head for it. But I was so soaked. Why was I so excited? Felt getting old, Leon. Being a kid, you were excited for toys and video games. A bike. But socks? Ugh. In your old age? Oh shit, socks? I needed a pair of socks. Thank you. This is great. Are we allowed to bully Yulind into using his shit? No! Something the other day, Huli, I'm on the verge of sneezing since those stories yesterday. I'm about to sneeze again. Fuck! Felt like I was gonna sneeze for 30 seconds there, just... and I didn't. Benoit suit? Yeah. You need an electric kettle? Those things fucking rule. Educating the savage Americans are so odd. I need to get a tea infuser. The tea bags have microplastics. Everything is microplastics. Oh hell yeah, socks. Good morning, cuties. Hi, Dino Zoomies. Morning, Dino. Can we just bully you and what the fuck? Right forenoon, got it. Hello. Use the same amount of work for instant coffee, but tastes much better. We'll see. For me, Devin, it's tea or milk, and milk is just glass, gallon of milk, cap, milk acquired. Takes 2 seconds. I do not drink coffee. Meanwhile, getting enough Axe body spray from B-Days. Next one still lasts a lifetime. Ugh. Benoit suit. I have a plastic night guard. I grind my teeth so hard in my sleep, the huge chunks are missing. I'm getting those microplastics. What an incline today, woo. Yep. Depends on the amount of sugar, bless you. Doing good out there. Only a teaspoon. My brand with fully compostable tea bags, to be honest. Hi, Icy Fire Mage. Icy Kimmy, darling. A lot still use a glue with microplastics. Icy is here. Let's go over the holidays. Friday, September 26th. Europeans' Day of Languages. German Butterbrat Day. Hug a Vegetarian Day. Human Resource Professional Day. Get that shit out of Human Resource Professional? Fuck you. Johnny Appleseed Day. Love Note Day. Lumberjack Day. Mesothelioma Awareness Day. National Bakery Day. National Better Breakfast Day. National Brave Day. National Compliance Officer Day. National Doodle Day. National Dumpling Day. National Key Lime Pie Day. National Situational Awareness Day. Native American Day. Save the Koala Day. Shamu the Whale Day. Sport Purple for Platelets Day. The Last of Us Day. World Contraception Day. Dumpling. Dumpling wins. Dumplings are awesome. Better breakfast. Let's use glue, and she come third. I mean, fair, but there does come a point. We're just not going to be able to avoid it all without eye-watering expense. Ew, hi, I see. I feel like I should put a T-Crimes video in the Discord. On 200,000 applicants, but I would never ever hire one. Gah. Garbage day, basically. What is compliance officer? That sounds like some cop shit. I think that's cop shit. Better breakfast, nodders. Why didn't you even look at me after National Bakery Day? I don't think I did, Kumi. There we go in the Muse channel. Oh, God. 2.7 miles. God, we still have 2 miles to go. We're barely over halfway. We got this. We got this. Well, we do have a big day today. I want to take pictures. We're gonna do a little bit of Final Fantasy. And then VR chat. I contribute to tea crimes every day. I have my vanilla black tea with tons of sugar. Milk every morning. I just need something to replace my beloved cortados. Ludes? I think there'll be a little ludes. They will get posted to Blue Twitch, so yeah. Nice. Oh, pictures? Yeah. I want to, I'm not sure how I want to do it. If I want to do it between both bunny outfits, or just the lewd version. They both have a problem. This one can't take the suit off, right? It can take the collar and the wrist parts off. It can take the shoes off, although you guys can't see that right now. And it can take the tights off. But it can't, like... It can't take the main suit part off. The other one can. I think it looks really bad with the suit on, because I don't fill the boobs out. He's gonna do them last night but folded when he realized he needed to stand up for it. You're so mean, Ganna. I tried to do them after the nap last night, but I kind of just ran out of time. We spent like 10 minutes looking for a world. Didn't really find one. Thought it was a funny moment. That is the type of thing, Ganna, that makes me feel bad. Because it's like, oh, I should do this. I've been putting this off, and it'd very much be responsible of me to do it. But I didn't just because, you know, for whatever reason, I found an excuse not to do it. Yesterday it was because I'd walked 10 miles, and I was like, fuck, I really just want to lay down, I'll do it after. And then I slept for so long that when I got up, there wasn't enough time between when I got up and Cairo stream. It just didn't happen. But that's the type of thing that, like, bothers me. When I fail at my thing, when I set a goal for myself and fail it, I'm very much negative and too harsh on myself. Right? If I set a goal, I'm gonna study for this class on this day. I'm not going to do anything fun that I want to do until I study. And then I procrastinate for 5 hours. And it's like, oh, well, I'm not going to study at this point. So I'll just, you know, play WoW for 2 hours, and then I go to bed. I have a day like that, and I go, damn, Yulind, you're such a loser. You're such a failure. You couldn't even study just a little bit for 1 hour. You just wasted time for 5 hours, and then gave up. Why'd you even try? You suck. That's like a thought that I have very regularly, and I've, over years, had to fight that and try to get rid of those thoughts. I still have them a little bit. And so, when I set a goal for myself now, I'm gonna take pictures before I nap, or after I nap. I see, my bad. You couldn't have known about this, Ganna. This is me informing you. When I set a goal and fail it, I start to have those thoughts a little, and then I tell myself, you know, it doesn't matter. Literally, like, Blue Twitch doesn't make any money. Who fucking cares? People would want to see this, right? But you'll get to it eventually. Don't be so down on yourself. Literally, if you call yourself a failure, you're just going to make it harder and make yourself unhappy. There's no benefit to doing that, right? And I can get through my own stuff like that. Hi, Ghost Fan. Thank you for the follow. However, when I have a moment where it's like, okay, I'm going to take pictures today. Okay, I failed to take pictures today. You fucking failure. You always set goals for yourself and you... No. Don't think that, Yulind. Those are negative thoughts. Stay away from those and just, you know, try again tomorrow. It's no big deal. Just get to it when you get to it. He was gonna do them last night, but folded when he realized he needed to stand up for it. You see how it's like... I'm having this internal battle fighting with my Debbie Downer inner monologue. And that very much sides with the Debbie Downer. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Hi, Keo. It's not something that you knew about. It's not something that you're at fault for in any way, shape, or form. Because I know you're just being fun. I know you're just telling jokes. But it's one of those, like... I'm like, oh, Ganna, you tease. And then internally I'm like, yeah, but what they're saying is true. You did fail, didn't you, Yulind? I'm like, oh! You'd like? Love to take pics of you sometime, especially in bunny suit. So, tell me a time that works for you. I'll tell you right now, it's Alani that's gonna help me take pictures today. I think Alani's around today. If I don't get them after the nap, then I will get them while Core is streaming. But Alani is gonna help me with the pictures. I'm down to have you help me with another set. I've got plenty of outfits. I never took them in the swimsuit stuff. Or when you put it so negatively, Hikio. Oh, absolutely. From your point of view, Gana, it's just teasing. It's just like, I was gonna do this thing. Ah, but he folded, right? But when I've had this internal monologue, which you cannot have known about, you were not a mind reader, I've never shared this with you, completely impossible expectation that you know that this is going through my head at all. When I'm like, yeah, you didn't take pictures because you're weak-willed and you're a failure. And then you say that, that's like, oh shit. Yeah, that was basically my thought to waste time, not a goal. It's a goal. It's a goal. I mean, I very much neglected the blue Twitch for the past like 3 or 4 months. The goal was post a lot of stuff there, right? For a while I was doing like 1 set of pictures and a video a week. And then parents came back. Like, I don't really want to do this, right? I don't want to do like outfits while they're here. So blue Twitch stopped. And I was like, well, I should at least take pictures, right? In all the time they've been here, in all the weeks, I've taken 1 set of pictures, which is like, oh, that's fucking nothing. Hi, how goes the walk? We're at 3 miles. We're at max incline. I'm very tired. Love, love, love. I remember when I was allowed to see Yulind's legs. What, like now? What, like this smile? Or do you mean blue Twitch IRL legs? Pog. Put the tights back on, sacrilege. Legs, yes. Did you mean this? Or this? Yes. I feel ya. When there's a blocker that's preventing me from doing something, and that blocker's removed and I still don't do it, it feels extra bad. The tights are chroma keyed. And I don't think they were this chroma keyed before I took them off and back on. For me, Octal, it's like the blocker is my own talent. They are very black. The blocker is my own, like, how good am I at something right away. Freeze is gonna say, oh, the gifted child syndrome. But, like, I'm really, really bad at practicing something. I'm really bad at, like, I'm not good at something right away. Practice it. Keep at it until you are good. Bro isn't a honer. I'm very much not a honer. And so, like, there's people who, they don't understand something, or they're bad at something, they throw themselves at it. They invest all of their time and energy into that thing until they have gotten a level that they're satisfied with. It's like an obsession almost, right? They try playing a character in a video game, and they're not good at it. They keep practicing until they are. They will master to some degree that character because they set out to do it. I can't fucking do that. I try a thing I want, do bad. Try something else that looks okay, do bad. Try this other thing that mild interest, do bad. Try something I didn't really have any interest in, do bad. Try a second thing I didn't have any interest in, do good. Oh, we're good at this thing. And so then I play that for a bit. In the Honer versus Innovator thing, I'm absolutely the Innovator. In League of Legends, I wouldn't say there's any one champion that I'm, like, turbo great at. There's been some in the past that I naturally got them right away. But I wouldn't say there's anything that I'm like, this is just, I can play it in all situations and I'm amazing at it. However, I know how to play like 50 champions in League of Legends. And I will see, oh, the enemy I'm laning against picked this guy. I know how to play that guy. I know what that guy struggles against. So I want to pick the thing they struggle against. And just win like that because I've got the advantage. Bro can't play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That is an exception. I'm okay with a lot of characters. But I am an Ike main. Like, hardline, end of story, period. I'm gonna play Ike. I will body you in that game, Yulind. I feel like you would. Because I peaked in Brawl, didn't play 4, and I don't even think I unlocked Ike in Ultimate. But I was unstoppable with Ike 15 years ago. I guess you have to take them off again. Man, I feel that. I'm not perfect instantly at the thing I started 5 minutes ago. There's no reason for me to keep trying. I'm not quite that bad, but... Reminds me of my friend. If they're instantly good, they just can't do the thing. The skill level things I want to do, my skill level, effort I'm willing to put in. Ow. I remove my line breaks. I only have beginner's luck. Owning is an effort and frustration. The only thing that I have been told I'm good at is photography. That's not true. What is honer related to? Honing. So, like, honing is someone who hones their skills optimally. A honer is someone who they play. Let's say they play League. Let's just put everything in League of Legends terms. The honer is someone who plays a character and they don't do well with it, but they keep playing that character. There's something that appeals about that character, either the aesthetic or the gameplay, that they want to be good with it. So they just keep playing that one. They get better and better. And eventually, they're one of those like really scary motherfuckers that they play that character, and they play it at such a level that it's like they can do good in most situations. A good example of this is LeBlanc. There's an okay, easy way to play LeBlanc. And the thing about LeBlanc is, she has 3 moves in her ultimate. She has, her first move is a Q. She just throws out a target point-and-click ability that just does damage. Hi, Fitz. Her second ability is a chain. She chains an enemy, does damage, and if she stays in range of them, it does some second damage and roots them. Her third ability is a port. She dashes forward, or teleports forward, and where she lands, it does damage. If she activates it again, she teleports back. Her R, her ultimate, duplicates one of those spells and increases the damage of it. And so, she can be a very mind trick champion, because she has ports that can move her around, but she's also just 3 instances of damage that go out really fast. And so the LeBlanc combo is like, you chain them, you wait for that to go off and it roots, and then at the end of that root, you dash onto them, you Q, you R, her chain has come off cooldown, you use that again, you teleport back, but you stay in range, and then you walk away. Something crazy like that. You also use Ignite in there, you use any item actives. A good LeBlanc will do that in like 1/10 of a second. It's like 7 button clicks in an order that can happen. The better LeBlanc, the faster they happen. So LeBlanc is a like perfect honer's champion, because the more they hone their skill, the more they practice her, the faster they can get off that cooldown, or that combo. And when you're playing and a LeBlanc kills you, you're like at 80% health, and then suddenly you just die in 1/10 of a second, and you're just like, what the fuck happened? Oh my god, you look at the damage log and it's like, yeah, you got hit by 7 things. And you're like, that was so fast. Oh my god. That is a honing champion. That is a honer player. On the other end, you have an innovator player who isn't going to practice combos like that. They're not going to play one champion and get better and better and better. They're going to look for cool builds. They're going to look for cool strategies. They're going to do things that are non-meta, that, like, you see somebody doing, you're like, what the? That's weird. A good example is Nunu top. Nunu, especially old Nunu, he has 2 abilities that matter. One, he can smite a minion, eat it, and restore a shit ton of health. 2, he would shoot a frost ball. You couldn't dodge it, it was a point and click, and it slows your movement speed and attack speed. And so, he doesn't really do much except be a bitch in lane. Okay, now put it in Zomboid terms. I don't know Zomboid terms. It was really bad to bring him top, because he didn't really contribute much to the team. However, there was a very niche scenario where he was great to bring to a team, or in top lane. If he was laning against Jax, Jax is a hyper carry. Jax is somebody who, they're okay early game, but if you let them win the lane, if you let them get 6 items and level 18, they become so strong that they can, like, 1v3, 1v4, maybe even 1v5. Like, Jax is crazy scary late game. So if you pick Nunu, even if you don't really do much late game, you have removed their hyper carry late game and made him useless. And you just win lane. So it's like Jax, Nunu top lane in that situation is pretty great. The innovator knows crazy strategies like that to just disable a hyper carry like that in that situation. And they can take game knowledge in situations like that. League of Legends is great for honers and innovators. OTP. Only is when you take a rock to a knife and make it sharp. I want to play Death Knight. So I play Death Knight. Hello? Yeah, but you shouldn't. Hi, Chaco. How are you? Remember LeBlanc being pretty challenging? She is. You can do okay with her if you play passively, but you're not going to, like, be scary. A good LeBlanc is horrifying. A good LeBlanc is like, I've killed 15 people and died 3 times. It's like, oh, God. Good afternoon, Cutie Leon. And then there's Nidalee. All I'm hearing is a lot of LeBlanc. And if that's a name, it's very hilarious. Leblanc. LeBlanc. And I put in Zomboid terms, Jax is like Mario. Game traditionalist versus game breaker. Basically, when you get attacked by a small horde of runners, you have to protect the guy that actually knows how to kill them without getting bitten. No! That has nothing to do with it. So are the 2 types Honer and Innovator? Yes. There's actually a really good video on it, Octomage, that's like 40 minutes long, that I'm basically quoting. It's called, like, Honers versus Innovators. I can link it to you later if you remind me. But it's a really good watch. Honer finds a blunt weapon and trains it to a 10. The Innovator tries all the weapons until they find out they can backstab with knives and does that. That's a good way to put it. Anna's hatred of Death Knight, when Death Knight was playable in Warcraft before Druid, is wild, SMH. Yeah, but Frisu, it's all retaliatory. It's all because you hate their class. Huh? What do you know? There's a Zomboid update today. Long Blunt, my beloved. Classic and TBC Druid were peak Druid. TBC is slop and Druid is healer and vanilla? Meow. You can't even heal as a Druid in Classic. You can push all those buffs off. You just push all those buffs off. Then people bitch and moan. Someone didn't play Season of Mastery? Frisu, that is one of the most infuriating... Remember when I was talking about how, like, you used to be an elitist, but you're, like, still kind of bad and the elitist, like, sticks out a little bit? That's one of those phrases that you love that just gets under people's skin. I'll tell you right now, anytime you say it to me, I'm like, you fucking dumb bitch. Yes, I did. I just didn't play it the stupid way you did. Oh my, I hate it when you say someone didn't play this. I love bitching and moaning. That's neither of those things. And I did play SOD. SOD is not Season of Mastery. Season of Mastery... What is Season of Mastery? Well, that was Grizzly Hills. This is a BDO video. Alton to Tarif. Season of Mastery was 32 debuff. Limit 50% increase X. Weapon skill changes faster, everything basically. Yeah, but what was it? Is this like vanilla WoW? Is this like vanilla classic from the hardcore version? BDO. Fuck you, I'm back. Good job, Bits. There's official Blizz Classic server that released right as TVC Classic launched. We are at 3.6 miles. Bits, you were a BDO player, right? Sounds bad. Well, isn't that what you play, Ganna? Isn't the classic servers that you like? What about BDO? We're walking through BDO. This is Isleton. We're going to Tarif. Got to the very end of Hazard 3 run in Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. Got killed by a wave of exploders. On the ramp with a drop pod. I'm about to freaking lose it. A special tabard you could get when transferred to regular classic called Tabard of Mastery. We're doing a significantly harder version of Nax 40. Yeah, but that's not classic. It was harder classic. I watched a video of a modern day stoning. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm not talking about drugs. Stoning is when somebody, like, commits a sin or an illegal act. And everybody takes rocks and, like, throws them at them and kills them, right? Well, I saw a modern day stoning. I thought you said sounding. No. S-C-O-N-I-N-G. Stoning. Basically, this girl, she had 3 roommates. Alhamdulillah. You shall be stoned for sins. I would recommend not watching that. No. Modern day stoning is different. It was 4 girls, and they're all roommates. And they are roommates. And the text box says, our roommate got back with her ex. And it's this girl just laying in the middle of the living room, while the others all just take their shoes and just fucking pelt the shit out of her with their shoes. And so it's like shoes, it's not rocks, right? And they're not throwing any, like, fucking heels. But this girl's, like, laying on the ground, fetal position, as her roommates just pelt the shit out of her with, like, sneakers and Converse. Mashallah, the shoeing shall begin. I thought it was fucking funny. How fast are me? But one must remember, he who is without sin must cast the first stone. Oh my god, they were roommates. Yeah, that run sucked. Stoning for the Omega-based foot enjoyers. But I got a 3-spark, medium, 2-spark. Think so. No feet. Oh, hell yeah. You guys have all known somebody like that, right? They tell you how bad their ex is, and then you find out they're back with them. I hate being the friend they go to, and they're like, oh, he said this. Oh, he said that. She was awful. She said this and, like, did this. And they break up and it's like, hey man, you're better off. Literally, you look so unhappy. And then a week fucking later, we're back together. Dude. They should do stoning with a massive collection of blue. Hi. I think this would be fun. Oh, hell yeah. All the feet. You assume I know people? You do know people, Ganna. For me... Oh, God. I'm complaining about people that do this, right? I feel like the thing I'm about to say is 10 times worse. So my ex-girlfriend... I met her when she was dating her boyfriend at the time. And I liked her, but I didn't tell her because she was dating somebody. They broke up and I confessed to her. And she was like, oh, that's awkward. Because I've already started dating guy number 2. And then they broke up and she started dating guy number 3. And then they broke up and she started dating guy number 4. And then they broke up and she went back to guy number 3. And then they broke up and she went to guy number 5. And then they broke up and she went to guy number 6. And then they broke up and she was like, hey, Yulind, you want to start dating? And my dumbass was like, oh my god, yes! I've been waiting for this day! Why is Mother worshipping Isu? What? Oh, because feet were mentioned? Bro! In my defense, Micaiah, I was 20 years old? Vanish. He's racking up a body count? You can't say that, Fitz. She was only 3 years older than me. She was young and dumb, and admittedly, she had a really rough upbringing. Her parents divorced. Her dad didn't want her. Her mom took her. She did not get along with stepdad. Hi, Sir Noble. And she was kicked out when she was 13. So, like, yes, a million red flags. She had a tough life. She had a rough upbringing. That was my, that was the one I would talk to where she'd get back with exes. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? Why? The bloating shall begin, face the wall. No, I have never really been around people in relationships like you guys. Really? I watched a video on how to pronounce Blahaj. Like 10 different ways, so I said, fuck this, it's Blahaj. I've been told it's like 3 different ways. What's really annoying is like, people will say, this other accepted term that you just used, that's wrong. You have to use my term. And it's like, fuck you, there's 3 ways to say it. Why is Mother worshipping Isu? I'm not, people mentioned feet. Red flags, red alert. Bro, I knew a pair in primary school that broke up and got together like 10 times in a year. God. Oh, goddamn. This walker's obsessed with feet. Bimbo has Hayasu. That's not notches in the bedpost anymore. That's a stump. Imagine a parent not wanting a child and forcing them to live outside. Ah, yes, the trans shark. Yeah, Global. It's, kinda shitty. It's kind of a... What the fuck? You asked for it, though? I didn't even think of the global and me connotation. Global's not a child. They're like a feral animal. Hi, Smug. Hi, Global. Did Yuli put you in the shed again? Hi, Leon. I didn't put Global anywhere. I just don't let them in the house. Also, we're at 4 miles. Oh my god. We're at 4 miles, yippee! 1 more to go. Smug! We watched the 200 game trailers yesterday, right? I sent a co-op game to Spacefish. It's called Sheep Herds. It's a co-op game, you have to play it with 1 other person. And, you play as 2 sheepdogs. 180? 180 what? I saw that Smug and I was like, this would be a perfect game for Smug and Space Fish. I'll check it out. 180 D's, ha, got him. Amount of times my horse was stuck on this bridge when pathing AFK. So you're familiar with this area. I'm trying to think if I knew someone else that got back and broke up and got back with their ex many times. I think of one in the last few years that they've broken up and gotten together like 2 or 3 times. I really like both of them, so I never see their problems. And to hear about them breaking up was like, what the? There's one game I was playing ages ago. You had a horse, you could just let the horse auto-walk. Wait, it was Zelda? Yeah, Legend of Zelda and Tears of the Kingdom, your horse is auto-walk on paths. Gana, what did you say 180 to? Time for you to go to bed. Good night and sleep tight, don't let the Yulinds bite. Good night, Smile, sleep well. That was really cool horse walking. 180 videos? What, like 180 game trailers? It was not 180 game trailers. I like the horse auto walk, that was neat. When I play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I impose a no teleport rule on myself. And it usually doesn't last. Usually I'll get like 80 to 90 shrines. And I'll like be, okay, I'm starting to get burnt out, let's finish out the game and I'll start teleporting. But at first, okay, 198? Yeah. Would you not say that's an appropriate rounding to 200? 200 if you will. I'll get a horse, and I'll set a, hey, I'm going here. And I'll just fucking send them on the paths. And literally just hands off the controller. Just have fun watching them walk. Numbers hard, okay? Numbers hard, fine. But when I say a number and you correct me and you were just wrong, that's like a, oh, what the fuck, I'm gonna strangle this Australian. What the fuck? Being corrected when you're right just... That's like, I'm gonna hurt somebody. I definitely got a little sassy. Do it. I definitely got a little sassy there, Gana. I was like, 180? No. We're not glazing past this. What was the 180? What was the 180, Gana? I'm such a fucking brat sometimes. Oh, God. No fast travel. No fast travel in Tears of the Kingdom. Would have driven me insane. I'd go somewhere and forget to do something constantly. This one time he's right. Hee. I don't think I did it for as long in Tears of the Kingdom. Because it just, with the span of the map, that was a little much. Right? With the Tears of the Kingdom map being, I'd say like 2.5 times bigger than the Breath of the Wild map, it was like, okay, we're gonna need to fucking teleport. I don't think I got too many hours in before I started teleporting. Breath of the Wild, I've done 5 playthroughs. The first one I was teleporting and got 90 shrines and burnt out. The second time I said no teleports and I learned horses. And once I was at like 50 to 60 hours in, I started teleporting. And I got to the same point, 90 shrines, although different shrines. The third time, I did no teleports, got an amazing horse, got like 100 shrines, and actually did all the divine beasts. I hadn't done like 3 of them before this third playthrough. Fourth playthrough, I only put like 30 hours in. This is what I would play on my lunch break at work for 30 minutes at a time. And then the 5th playthrough, I said, okay, I have never beaten Breath of the Wild. This is my 5th playthrough. This is my 4th time restarting. We're looking at a guide, we're looking at a map, and we are knocking this shit out. And so I was teleporting right at the start. I had a map open, literally a checklist. Knocked out all 120 shrines. Knocked out all 4 divine beasts after I had enough shrines to get the Master Sword. Did the Trial of the Sword. Did the Trial of the Monk? The second trial. The second DLC. And then beat Calamity Ganon for the first time. All on Master Mode. Shakes butt. You'd be locked out of the tutorial line forever without fast travel, right? Unless you can scooter up there. No, you can get up there. You can just climb there in Breath of the Wild. Once you have enough stamina, you can just outright climb up there. You could also, like, get something up there. Also, I know in Tears of the Kingdom you can drain the lake. You might have been able to do that in Breath of the Wild, I don't remember. Ugh, whatever. Twerks at you to win argument. Loses argument by being twerked at. Target acquired and neutralized. Call an extraction to come back home. I know in Tears of the Kingdom, there's that little section of water that leads to the steps that goes out through the main gate. And you can bomb the rocks there and drain it. And then you can just walk up into it. I don't remember if that's in Breath of the Wild. I guess the first bit of the Trial of the Monk in Breath of the Wild. Got one-shotted by a random arrow and said, fuck this. Well, the thing about it, Leon, is that you only have 1/4 of a heart. Everything one-shots you. It is about stealth. And so what you should have done was fully equipped your Sheikah set and then just snuck around one-shotting everything with the Super Omega Sword. Ryan Gosling's into the sky, contemplating about how I could have won that. I don't think that gate is in Breath of the Wild, at least I didn't see it. It's, lore-wise, it's the natural way to get up to, the plateau. It's like a full staircase. It leads to a road that goes straight to the, Temple of Time. It is like, oh, before the Calamity, this is how they went up and down the plateau. In Breath of the Wild, it has had, like, rocks fall in on it. And that has sealed it, so it's filled up with water. And, in Breath of the Wild, it's right next to the Magnet Shrine. When you first go up the Sheikah Tower, and then, Rome is like, hey, do you see that structure over there? I will give you the paraglider if you get me the treasure from inside that. Hi, Ryan. So you climb down the Sheikah Tower. If you run straight to the Magnet Shrine, the water's in the way. So you kind of go around it to the left, and then you go in the shrine. I don't know if you can drain that water. In Tears of the Kingdom, you can 100% drain it. Hi again, media. And there's one of the underlevel statues. If you find it, he's like, you've woken me up. Find my body, down below. Yeah, I drained it in Tears of the Kingdom. Conspicuous and right off the main path. We are at 4.4. I've been sitting on this news for a couple days. There's a big VR chat update. I believe that the body is down below on people, usually. You know, with their brain being them and all that. Okay, Fitz, okay. The VR chat update came out. One thing they did is change setting portals down and going there yourself, and it's been fucking with me. Nelly, I'd love to discover someone's body wink. Okay. You know where mine is. VR chat update. They've added instance naming. So I've been naming everything Yulind's walk and Yulind's nap. Selfie expression. This is the big one. Selfie expressions is no longer VRChat Plus. Free-to-play users can turn on their webcam and have hand tracking and face tracking and all that. Marketplace added filters. That was highly desired when Marketplace first came out. There are names on your instance? Yes. This instance is titled Yulind's Walk. They added badges. They added more camera sliders. They added maps. And this is a big one also. Map makers, map creators, can create objects that have an auto held in hand status now. Oh, whoa. Why you had the face turned on when you logged in a few days ago? Auto held in hand objects is a fucking game changer for some maps. Because there's some maps where it's like, hey, this is a spooky map. Take this flashlight and look around with it, right? Well, like, it's a 2-hour map, and if you're on the index, you have to fucking death grip it for like 2 hours. That shit sucks. So that's like a perfect example of, you don't have to grip this thing. It'll just be in your hand. Another example is the climbing carnival. In the climbing carnival, they give you these ice picks to climb with. But you have to hold them the whole time, so it fucking sucks with index controllers. So it means desktop players will be able to hold shit too. Well, desktop players usually had specific options anyway. It's usually a toggle for them. This is absolutely for index hands. Yeah, they had auto held and insta-give, and it was so nice. There was a few other things. There was a lot of bug fixes. Those were the big things I wrote down from the VRChat update. I think the absolute biggest one is the selfie expression, no longer VRChat Plus. That one's huge. Yesterday, we played Final Fantasy with Cairo. We did the Coils of Bahamut optional raid story stuff. This is really bad. Huge like your butt. Fuck you. We did Coils of Bahamut. I thought I had done this like 3 years ago. I thought I did this with Core. Apparently we never fucking finished it. And we do part 1 of 3. Because there's 12 instances. Some of them are dungeons, some of them are raids. But we do the first 4, part 1. And then we go to queue for the second one, and it's like, hey, one of your members isn't ready. And I was like, oh, you're going too fast for Hobbit. Give him a second. And Hobbit's like, no, I'm ready. I'm done. And I'm like, did I not do it? No lie. It was probably a good thing I don't join the VC. Because of reasons like last night. I was going to start yelling at people. I definitely was like, hey, we don't care about this mechanic and wiping. We're here for the story. I feel like Hobbit's going to get angry. And then I'm sitting there like, oh shit, I just put a bunch of loot in Hobbit's bags. That probably isn't helping. I definitely got in a little bit of a mood like that too, Hobbit. When I was the one that wasn't ready and then we were waiting on me and I had to do it. And Kyra kept being like, Yulind, where are you? Yulind, you up? Yulind, are you not ready? And I'm like, dude, I read slow. And you keep distracting me. Oh, we're waiting on Yulind. And then like Global and Kyra are just like, oh, he reads so slow. And I was just like, I'm about to just do this solo. Holy shit. I completely understand Hobbit. Coils was cool. I think I'd seen, like, the story before. I love you. I know you do, Cairo. I think I'd watched somebody go through the story. So I'd seen all the cutscenes before. I, like, knew all the stuff. I just thought I had done it myself. I don't remember who I would have watched do it. But it was definitely like... Oh. It was fucking weird hearing Alize talk. Because I think that's the only part that they voice Alize. And then she gets a new voice in Heaven's Ward, post-Heaven's Ward. And it's way different. It's way more fitting. The old voice. The voice actor did not do a bad job. It's a fine voice. It just does not fit the character. They're not wrong, Yulind. I think they make a good point. Not that there is any point on an ass, though, because it's all round. I love you. Between getting junk jammed into inventory and people going, but it's funny. My name getting dropped every time something went wrong. I was just trying to experience the story. I calmed down by the third coil, but I was not in a good mood during most of the second coil. Alize sounded like fucking Goofy. I love Harmony. I think she's very fun and nice. I think she's the absolute worst judge of when she should say stuff to people and explain things, and when she is like, this is a mechanic I want you to experience, and people are like not having fun. I understand her point of view, but I think she is just very bad at judging what is good and bad to like have people experience when she's running them through them. And coils in particular is just, it's kind of gnarly. Because a lot of the things that she'd want you to experience are good. They are like, oh, this is really interesting. But it's like, it's one of those things that if the party's in a good mood, if everybody's having fun, sure, great. Let's try and get this to happen. If the group is in a bad mood, and you try to make it happen and we wipe and we don't even get it, you're just making it worse and worse. And like, when we were at the third coil and she was like, go slow so this happens, I was like, no, fucking kill it, get me out of here. It's a time-old tradition. Older players thinking of forcing newer players to deal with things that older players had to, and the vast majority of the time it's only funny to the person doing it. Yeah. The Twin Tanya fight. That mechanic, that's honestly one of the worst designed bosses I've ever seen. The boss does like 3 dive bomb runs where they appear somewhere, they hover for a second, and then they just go through the middle. And it's like, no pants, Twin Tanya. You literally have to like be spinning your camera around 360 degrees just constantly. Just fucking whipping it around to see her, and then it's like, oh, she's there, so I need to run this direction. It is so much like, you have to be doing this with your mouse, and then make this split-second decision. And even then, your timing could just be bad, where you look here, and then left, and then she spawns here, you go the full way around, which takes like, I don't know, 1/3 of a second, then you don't have enough time to react, and you just barely get caught. Twin Tanya, that mechanic in particular, is just so wildly stupid in my eyes. I have to deal with it all the time when I try to teach fighting games to newer players. I'm not taking over to the person teaching, just rolling more than teaching. Or trolling. Yeah, Titania normal is pretty bad. If you don't know the palm trick, I have no idea what the palm trick is. Was that the fight that just had constant insta-deaths back-to-back? That was the one with the dragon with the spinning necklace that they would push you into the wall. And so they pushed you in the wall and you died. They pushed Cairo into the wall and they died. And then they came down for 10 seconds and they went invulnerable again. And they pushed you into the wall again and you died. And it was just like, this just sucks. This is just like, how do you dodge this? Imagine that Hobbit with 8 players, and half the time you're getting hit by her when she's not even aiming at you. Imagine there's like 8 people and 4 of them get wiped out at a time. It's just like, this sucks. When I did it, we were trying to do it synced. And not only was it like that, we had somebody trying to teach us the proper strategy. The proper strategy was sitting between the thumb and the pointer finger in a little pixel where the dive bomb doesn't hit you because it's like elevation is too high and you're too low or something. And it was just killing us all every single time. And the person trying to run us through was being like, you were in the wrong pixel. You weren't in the right spot. We gotta try again. And it's just like, this is clearly unintended. This is not the way the fight was designed to be done. This is fucking stupid. I was genuinely like, I remember 3 or 4 years ago doing it, getting mad at this person, but it was Core's friend, and I was just like, I'm not gonna blow up at them on Core's stream. Core seems to be having fun. But like, to me it was just like, this is so fucking stupid. I hate this fight. I hate coils. Followed Harmony thinking they know this fight. I was following them. I'm still convinced I was led to my death for that bunny. Well, so here's the thing, Hobbit. They weren't thinking of leading you. They were thinking of being moving so that there's a 50-50 chance that if they don't see Twintonia, they're already moving out of the way so they won't get hit. If it targets them, whether it was lined up with the way they're running or not, you've just run into where it was targeting. So you following Hobbit, or you following Harmony, was like, guaranteed get yourself killed. We both got hit into the wall, though. I would assume that was Harmony just being a tank and reacting fast enough with, Darkest Night, or Living Dead, whatever it is. So the arena is a giant palm, it's not completely level. There's a spot the Twisters can hit you, I'm pretty sure. Can't hit you? The Twisters? Xanther? That pisses me off. Because it wasn't even the Twisters. They were trying to get us to dodge the dive run. And we kept dying to that. I'm so mad at this person from 4 years ago now. I love that somebody said I should try it synced once for the experience, and Harmony went, hell nah. That's a whole other raid. Also, what was that Uwu that Kimmy and Will mentioned? Uwu is a raid. I forget the actual name of it. It's not like a UWU name. Xanther probably knows what it is. What does Uwu stand for? Yeah, Coils is cool. The story was really cool. The dungeons, the fights themselves, dog ass. Ultimate weapon, ultimate. Oh, it is UWU. Uwu is for Raid and Stormblood. We're almost at 5 miles. Ultima weapon, ultimate. Gotcha. We're not even halfway through this one. But I don't care. We're stopping at 5. All the fights that weren't the final coils were ass, Lamau. A lot of them, we did them unsynced, so something that should have been a 5 to 10 minute fight took 20 seconds. I'm not gonna say all of them, but definitely some of them were like, what? This stinks. The first coil was Garbo. I joke about getting a White Raven Savage synced group together, so I can get a throw rug from there. It's funny. Here's a snake, a dude with 4 arms, and a dragon? Wow, an Allegan floating ball. Ooh. Okay, you say that, Cairo, but if you had the mount of the Allegan floating ball, you'd use it all the time. You'd love that mount. 4.99. Switch to 5. Say fucking 5, please! Oh yeah, the most generic Medusa boss I've ever seen. 5 miles. 5 miles. Wow, I didn't sweat that much. I guess I'm still fairly sweaty, but compared to what I usually do, for 12 incline, I'm Gucci. Hey, the defense systems will ruin you. Turn this back on. There was a lot of stealth sections that Kai was like, this fucking stinks! And I'm like, this is the best part yet. Oh my god. Yeah, but they had 0 story significance. I mean, well, there needed to be a beast there. They kind of did have story significance. So, like, the Medusa thing there, that was an Allegan creation designed to guard the inner machinations and labs of the coils from intruders. That was literally like a manufactured chimera guard. So it absolutely made sense for something like a Medusa to be there. Joke about getting a white or even savage. Here's a snake, a dude with 4 arms, and a dragon. Wow, an alligator floating. The most generic. Hey, the defense systems will ruin you. What the fuck, we done talking now? We haven't done a gorillion miles yet. Or done walking. We did 5. Been max incline. Them's the rules! Says while sitting comfortably in a chair. I need to fix my trackers. You guys wait there. I don't want to be on the stairs. I'm just going behind the tree. I'm just going behind the tree. Hi, Violet. Need to aim for a billion miles. Slides off dramatically. He's gonna change behind the tree. How uncouth. Of course I am. Also, that's literally not uncouth. That's like normal. You want me to just change right in front of you? That's fucking uncouth. um. Out there. Swiggity swooty, Violet High. Feel like something elegant is going to be a long-running trend? You really should not ask me that question. You can change while I'm in the room. I promise to close my eyes. Well, Dino. I don't mind changing in front of you. In fact, I'd prefer if you didn't close your eyes. However, trackers? I can't do that in front of people. That's fucking embarrassing. I can't, like, change my waist tracker from the back of my hip to the front. That's... Oh, you'd see me, like, T-pose, and that, I can't do that. Changing behind trees means all the people behind the tree can still look at you change. This does look like a public space after all. No, it's private. What people? This is like in an enclosed dome. Look at this. This is literally like your private dome. This is not open to... Why? Broken. This is not like a public area. You just took clothing off? This is at least 20% less couth. That's not what that means. Which has been both Crystal Tower coils and Az's Law. Too much already, my honest opinion. Hi, Happy. Wow, Yulind, you look amazing, Awa. So you need a pink bunny suit? I don't know how to do colors yet. I do kind of want... I want, like, a white one that's, like, a pinkish sheen. The virtual people, Yulind. The dome has glass. Yeah, but it's a wall. They're not up there. They're down here. That's like a 30-foot high wall. Or maybe blue. A consummate professional. How charming. Oh god, I'm T-posing. I'm T-posing. Don't look at me. The black stands out too much. Yeah, that sounds cute. I need to take my shoes off. I need to update miles. We did 5 miles. I need to update who I'm lurking with. I think some of them have ended. That. Lunny. That there. This person's good. No more. As much as I love this person, they do not have a good encoding. So, I open this. This person's. This. Now. Five miles. Now. Done. Ugh. How are you doing, Yulind? How's your day so far? My day has been good. I'm expecting a big package today. I'm expecting a new desk chair, and I'm very excited for that. Morning, Violet. Whatever, me ignoring you shakes butt. Black stands out so much. Yeah, that sounds cute. Violet, cozy, Vi. There's that mentality. And then the asserting dominance cutely mentality. I dropped by to say hi, because go some fun stuff to do, but I hope you have a great stream. Wonderful being, and hope your day goes amazing. Well, bye-bye everyone as well. Have an amazing day as well. Stay safe. Bye, happy. Bye, dragon. Okay. We've updated the title. We've updated who we're lurking. We've updated our trackers. I think we're good to go somewhere to be comfy. My worlds. Chatting. This one. I just don't remember this map. We're going there. Nope. I started updating the title. We're not doing that yet. Anchor local in 3. Portal. Bye, Leon. Take care. Happy. Have fun. The only real way to assert dominance is to insert dominance. I will inseminate dominance. Hang on, you two. Pregnant your boy wife and turn your child into a mighty twunk. I remember this map. One's pretty. Although, turn the mosquito off. To show you guys the fucking, like, wall of options. Their sound stuff? Nature sound. However, this begs the question, why is there no music? Where is the video player? Where be the music? Ah, here it is. Retrying load. Every world, I swear. Every world, I swear. That's fine. Because I came fucking prepared. Yeah, I fucking had music ready. Can you believe how prepared for this shit I am? I had a playlist ready in this very scenario where the world we go to has no music. He came, he saw, he had a playlist. Yulind, how much did Copilot Silent Hill F with me? How much? You probably have 2 more asks, and on that second one, I block you for a week, and if I unblock you and you ask me again, it will be a permanent block. That is the cost of co-piloting Silent Hill F. You trying loads? They all got fucked up again lately? Found a great rain world, and the video player broke within a day it came out, Lamau. Only had a playlist of his very own. What the freak? Violet, this is completely unrelated to what you want to do. You want to make one single song, and I don't have a use for that. I just want a playlist. And there's plenty of free ones online, like this one, that's great. Found a great rain world. Benny, what the freak? Wow, just tell him that you hate him at this point. Cairo, I hate you. I genuinely hate it when you ask to play Silent Hill F with me. It's not cute, it's not funny. I hate you. I don't actually hate you. What the fuck? That's toxic. What? Hobbit, you're the one that told me to do this. You're the one that's like, just tell him you hate him. This is your idea. You can't back out and be like, oh, that's toxic. Paste. Sorry, Chad, I'm trying to make good content for you, but Pinklin keeps shooting me down. We we can talk about that, Cairo. This map has no plushies, so I found an emotional support eraser. Bold of you to assume it would be limited to only one. Or couldn't be looped to be however long you need. I keep forgetting Yulind has no lips. I'll get him soon, And blaming Hamet like he didn't allow himself to be completely destroy Cairo. Yulind chat meltdowns are a special time and I cherish them all. Hey, don't pin the blame on me. I claim legal insanity. But you literally said, just tell Cairo you hate him. Those are your exact words. That's just like what you said. I think I know where we sit in this world, but I'm kind of just checking around because it's been a long time since I've been. There's just this little galaxy floating on the ceiling. I don't know why, but it's there. How do we get out there? Here. I don't think there was a good sitting spot out here. Oh my god, there's so many fucking sparklers on the ground here that my haptics just went do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. This is one of those weird houses that, like, it's designed to be a comfy world in VR chat, but, like, I hate it because it doesn't have a kitchen. It doesn't have a bathroom. It's comfy, but when it actually comes to, like, well, this doesn't work as a house. It doesn't work. Ugh. Dude, I kind of just kicked ass today. I went through like half of my water. No breaks. I sweat, but like not as much as I normally do for 12 incline. I literally just kicked ass. Ugh. Pins 1. Flying. Ugh. That here. Yuli kicks ass. To then get his ass redacted later. I mean, to an extent, yeah. To an extent. What a fantastic fellow. Dylan chat meltdowns. Hey, don't pin the blame on me. I make a joke and bro says we'll talk about it like a disappointed parent. Yeah, I claim legal insanity. Well, not a disappointed parent, but hi, Supercore. Into the straitjacket. Oh, what did you clip there? What have you clipped? Declaration of war. I'm foaming from the mouth and got little dookies in my eye. Vibrations. I feel like I could get Fishy to co-pilot a horror game, but I'd actually feel bad about that. Oh, so you'd feel bad about Fishy getting scared, but for me, you wouldn't. Okay. Okay, dude. That's just fucked up. Now I don't feel bad at all for what I said earlier. I mean, I didn't feel bad earlier for what I said, but now I definitely don't feel bad. Are you drinking enough? Yeah. So, okay, here's the thing, Ganna. Before I got this new, like, water jug and started taking flavored water, I would drink 32 ounces of water a day in my walking cup. And then I'd have 1 glass of milk a day. And that was all the liquids I was drinking. Sometimes I'd get, like, more water from that, but, like, very rarely. And so it wasn't enough hydration. I got the new mixing thing, and I've been taking, flavored water. And I drink way more water now. But it means I, am less thirsty. Like, I need less on the walk. And so I usually don't even come close to finishing my water on my walk. Usually if it's a lot of incline, though, I typically do. I at least get to the bottom. But, with today, I still have, half of it left. But I'm drinking way more water than I used to. Problem with finding a co-pilot for horror games is the ones that wouldn't feel like bullying already want to play the game themselves. Yeah. Is the bathroom that important in VR chat world? Just curious why. Wait, not the right emoji. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, fish is innocent. Thank you for the walk today. It was fun to properly hang out. It's very unimportant, Supercore. Having a bathroom and a kitchen and like a laundry room literally does nothing for a VR chat world. However, I like realistic things. So I like it when it's like you have this apartment in VR chat and it's actually like it would work as an apartment. It has, you know, the living room, the kitchen, the bedroom, the walk-in closet, the bathroom, the laundry room. Like I want to see all those things in the apartment. And when they're not there, it's like, oh, like it's just a comfy world, but got a jet, chow chow. Bye, Violet. When it's not there, it just feels like it was designed to just be like you literally sit in this one room and lay down. I don't like that as much. I like this could be an apartment. You could see yourself living here. It's a very small thing. It's honestly a lot more work for the person to make something like a kitchen, right? You gotta go get all of those kitchen assets. And that's a shit ton of extra work for just oh, well, this would work as a real apartment. It's very, like, the only time people actually make a full-fleshed house or apartment like that is if they're the same as me and they're like, well, I just want it to be there. I have so many notes today. We barely touched any of them. Modern day stoning, VR chat update, Spoils of Bahamut, Doug Bowser is retiring. I get you, makes sense. Doug Bowser is retiring as CEO of Nintendo of America. I remember being really cool when he took the job. It was like, oh my god, he's Bowser just like Bowser. The dude didn't do fuck all. The guy, like, I can't think of a single good policy that Nintendo has added since he came in. Already? Because they're just being super shitty. It sounded like he was just ready to retire. It's been a few years. It's been like, he rolled over dead for Japan, Nintendo. It's I don't remember how long. He himself has been working for Nintendo for like, no, he said it was a 44-year journey doing stuff with Nintendo, but I think he included like playing their games as a kid. The guy, 44 years of working. The guy, you know, it sounded like he was ready to retire. It sounded like, you know, he had the money to retire for sure, right? But like, dude accomplished fuck all. Dude just like, I know, Nintendo has not been in everybody's like friend video game company for like 10 years, and he's been there for, you know, his entire time working as CEO. He's been there, so it's just like, oh, you really didn't do anything. What came out with this guy being here? Fucking game cartridges, $10 price increase, a bunch of anti like fan policies, like killing Splatoon tournaments. Like, I mean, I guess bye. There, I like that more. I realized how far my camera was. I was like, oh. Holy shit, Yulind sent help. Both Ryan and Wolfie fell asleep. Why is that bad? Hi, Nix. I get you, makes sense. Already? You're rolled over dead. Media, if they're both asleep, then just... oh, take a nap with them. Go for a walk. Can't believe I'm saying this, but play War Thunder. Build most of the esports scenes for Nintendo games. Yeah, well, some of them felt like they needed that. You know, Smash players were being smashed. And can't you join them? No, afternoon is not sleepy time. Afternoon is literally sleepy time, Media. Night is sleepy time? No, night is fun time. Media, you're so wrong on these. Now Def feels like they pushed out Reggie because he fought against some of their bullshit. then cuddle with them. Meaty doesn't like to sleep at nap time. She doesn't like to take nap times. She likes to, like, only sleep at night, which is so weird and cringe, because night is, like, fun time, and nap time is comfy time. I don't know. We'll see who they get next. Who said nap? I said cuddle. Well, they're napping, and so it'd be rude to wake them up to just, like, hey, we have to be cute and, like, awake cuddling. Whoa, normal people hours. Crown. Naps are evil. Nuh-uh. Naps are the best. Here's some crazy fucking news. The Completionist came back. The Completionist did a video yesterday about my side of the story, and here's, what happened. Oh yeah, naps are the worst. I haven't watched that yet. I watched it. He does a very good job of making himself sound reasonable and not guilty. But I do still think he's guilty, and I very much think he is at fault. Him coming out and speaking means shit is getting finalized or in whatever court case. No, bless naps. I would have gone crazy without them. I always missed their potential until now. Yeah, he's trying to salvage public opinion. It's okay. So basically what he says is he found out that the money hadn't been donated and they were sitting on $400,000. And he was like, what the fuck? How are we sitting on that much money? And so he went to his family, who work with the Open Heart Foundation. And he was like, hey, why is this money just sitting there? And they're like, nobody will take it. Nobody will take the money. And according to him, you can donate any amount of money and it just, goes to them, right? However, it's very likely that it goes to executive fees or administrative costs. He paints these charities as like, they're not good people. They're not like actually run as charities. It is all just like, they're trying to, take it as administrative costs, and you absolutely have to write a deal with them where it's like, this money will all be used towards this, right? All this money will actually go toward dementia research and dementia, people with dementia, and easing their life in various ways. And I'm pretty sure charities just have that by default. Like, a charity will have things go toward administrative costs, but I'm pretty sure you can't just be like, oh, we're a charity for cancer research and 100% of our stuff goes to administrative costs. You can't just do that. So it doesn't really feel that necessary to make a deal with a company like that. But they were saying all these companies that they wanted to donate to won't make a deal unless they have $1 million. Unless you're donating like $1 million, they will not write a deal with you that says this money has to go toward not administrative costs. It all has to go to research and whatnot. And they were absolutely like, we have to get this deal. We have to get this. And so because they couldn't find, I guess, dealing in donations, because they couldn't find somebody to negotiate with, because they were like, oh, don't talk to us unless you have $1 million, they were just building the money up and not donating it and letting it get to $1 million. He found this out and was like, what the fuck? We're sitting on $400,000. Okay. So he joins the Open Hand board to be like, hey guys, we need to donate this money now. The million thing sucks. Just donate it. Just work toward donating it, because it's going to look really bad if people find out that we're just sitting on it. And according to him, his family that he was on the board with, were just brushing him aside. They were all just like, shut up, Gerard. Is it Gerard or Jaleel? I forget his name. Shut up, completionist. No one cares. Even though I'm pretty sure he's the one bringing in, like, by large, the biggest donation amount through his content. So it seems crazy to me that they would just ignore him. He very much throws his family under the bus for this. Wait, we're talking about the completionist? Yes, the completionist who 2 years ago was found to be in a big scandal where all the money that was being donated to him through his charity streams over like 5 years had never been donated. all of it was just sitting in an account, just undonated. And everybody's like, hey, what the fuck? Why is this happening? And people tried talking to him, and fucking wild, how ratty. Yeah. And like, hi, Baldir. God damn, this bun got hops. Not only that, but like, when he found out about the money, for the next year, he would tell people, no, it's donated. We've donated, even though it hadn't been donated. People were like, hey, where's the money going? He's like, all of it's been donated to dementia research. We've donated to this company, and this company, and this company. And that was an outright lie. He, in this video, he's like, yeah, I should not have lied about this. I thought that would be better accepted. I told people it was donated because I felt it'd look really bad to have to explain what has been donated because we can't negotiate with the company. We need to negotiate with the company, and it's just taking a while. And the more we build up the money, the better our negotiating power is. So we're aiming for $1 million. Like, I wanted to avoid having that situation, so I was just telling people that I was donating the money, which is like, okay, so you're just lying to them. And he says a lot in the video yesterday. He should not have been doing that. He should not have been lying about where the money was. But okay. His big thing is that they could not donate it right away because they needed to negotiate with a company, and no company would negotiate them because they had less than $1 million, and they refused to donate it without the negotiation because when you're dealing with that much money, he doesn't want it to go to administrative costs and executive bonuses. Which, it's a charity, it's not going to. That's such a, like, shitty excuse in my mind. And I'm like, that's not how it works. He attacks Mutahar and Karl Jobst a lot. He basically says, these two, they're content creators. They don't actually give a shit about journalism or, like, justice. They make an entertaining video. They fucking throw me under the bus and totally throw me to the wolves and make me look bad. And then anytime I prove anything about myself, they don't go and like go back on what they said. They just double down and try to, be in this drama fight with me. I mean, job sucks. Don't blame other people for your shit, Lamau. What happened with Mutahar recently is a shame too. I actually don't know what happened with Mutahar recently. Both of them seem like kind of shitty. I feel like, sorry I'm late. You're talking about Gerard? Yes. Brings immediate bad luck. I feel like, never put on the sonnet you call it. I feel like if you're that type of YouTuber, you gotta do update videos. You gotta be like, hey guys, good news. We did a video on this person, and it turns out Mutahar isn't an actual engineer. That's it. The Mutahar thing was a really big deal. Oh. I feel like if you do those type of videos, you gotta be like, hey guys, we got a fantastic update video. We did a video on this person and how bad they were. Turns out not the case. Turns out they actually had a good valid reason and it's checked out. They've passed the court of law. They've passed the thing. They've cleared their name. Good job. I feel like you should be excited to do update videos like that if you do journalism video on corruption and stuff. And it's crazy to me that they don't. And then it'd be a simple, like, go back to your old video, edit it with, stuff that says, like, I don't know if you can do this with YouTube, but edit it with an overlay that just says, everything in this video has been debunked. Go to this updated one. Right? Nope, Yulind rage baiting gets clicks. Obviously it gets clicks, but like, why do you think people unironically watch Aswan? Of course. But I feel like good news in a sea of bad news is also going to get clicks. And you're going to be able to say, like, I'm better than everyone else. I do update videos and clear people's names. Hi, GC Josh. I feel like, especially at their level, not everyone is false. I feel like at their level, you're too big to fail. Do that, and it's wild to me that would be like a bad thing. That would give you so much street cred. Good news doesn't get you shit. Oh, good news exclusively doesn't get you shit. Good news in a sea of bad news, that does. Literally, Philip DeFranco does that. He does a good news segment at the end of every one of his videos now. Hi, Octalmage. And like, it does well. Everybody's like, dude, bring me more good news. Would people watch Philip DeFranco if he only did good news? Probably some, but nowhere near as much. But like, people literally like his good news segments. I think I missed some things. It would be more believable if he had a paper trail. with like emails of them being declined meetings. Yeah, I don't think they did. What happens with Mudahar recently? It's a shame. I mean, job sucks. Never put on the Sonic true color. Sorry, I'm late. Are you talking about Gerard? Yes. Brings immediate bad luck. The Mudahar thing was a really big deal. Mudahar isn't an actual engineer. That's it. Some charities and NGOs are that shitty though. But that is super sketch excuse. I'd agree that Mudahar is kind of shitty from a lot of the stuff I see. Didn't know he was back. I have not seen good things about Mudahar, but really big deal. My brain dying today. I thought you were just being sarcastic, Hobbit. I thought you were being like, the thing with Mudahar was crazy. It was such a big deal. It was such a like, oh my god, this is the biggest news ever. He was an engineer. That was it. Crazy big news. That's how I interpreted it, Hobbit. Rage baiting do be the best low-hanging fruit for content. And I'm not saying don't not do rage bait. I'm just saying, if you do rage bait and then they clear your name and you just double down and be like, nope, fucking continue to ruin his life, cancel him, you're a piece of shit. And I feel like that's gonna catch up to you. Whereas you do like rage bait content, we found corruption video, and then like, you know, the guy clears his name. One, morally, you're obligated to. Two, I feel like content-wise, that gives you so much street cred to be like, hey guys, we've done a video on this. They have worked tirelessly clearing their name, and we've not made it easy for them. But they have done it. They have passed the court of law. They have provided the receipts. Their name's cleared. So as of right now, you know, we are going to not take down our video, but, you know, put an overlay on it that says, you know, outdated video. Go to this one for the more updated info. They're good. We're fine with them. They've done all the right things. And I feel like people would see that and be like, yay, good news. All right, now go back to giving me the bad news. Just get the FGC getting rage baited by Northern Lion 3 times in a fucking week. Everyone hates this person because of the scandal. Then you're trying to tell them they're actually good. I don't know. Whiplash. I feel like you'd be obligated to. Even if it's not good for views and clicks, I feel like morally you're fucking obligated to. Otherwise, you're just a piece of shit that's going around people's lives, and 50% of the time you're doing a good thing and like stopping corruption, and 50% of the time you're just ruining an innocent person. If the completionist is fully innocent, he just like was just a dude playing video games, donated a lot to charity, and used his platform to donate to charity, and you ruined him, like, that would make you a horrible person. Like, fuck off. Like, go away and die. You're the user, especially if you're messing up people's lives. Yes. Good news, you're a funny cutie. It's over, he's done. Yulind is done. Got several magnitudes more engagement. Unfortunately, it's a post-truth algorithm. It's over, he's done. The incredible downfall every couple days, let him out. Like, how many times can it happen? But I'll say it, don't do rage bait. Yep, gotta drag it out for 8+ months until you manage to manifest it. It was just that he's a dropout for an engineer degree, doesn't have an actual degree. On the political end, he's kind of all over the place, so both sides wind up hating him on that end. Goodbye, mis precioso. I'll stick by for the raid. I don't know if it's happening soon. People as a whole don't actually care about being correct, they just like to feel like they're on the right side. I agree with you, especially if you're messing up people's lives. A lie crosses the globe before the truth has its boots on. When you do those stories, you only have like maybe up to 95% confidence. There's always a chance you're wrong, and a lot of times I'm sure they are. Yulind is done, it's over. The walk for today, of course, bye-bye. I just don't understand why you wouldn't do update videos of like, hey, this person cleared their name, they're good. I feel like if you seek justice, one, you should want to like clear somebody's name that is innocent, especially if you were the one fucking dragging it to the mud. Two, you have the opportunity to like elevate this person who has like clearly tirelessly worked toward it for the past however long since your video, and they've done all the right things. You have the opportunity to like help them clear the name if they've proven they're innocent. Three, so much street cred. It's just so much like, oh, this is the one that actually goes back and updates and says he was wrong sometimes. Like, look at Pirate Software. People fucking hate that guy, and part of it is because he literally can't say he's wrong. Literally, people like it when you admit your faults. And like, one, like, good news doesn't sell. Bad news and rage bait does. But good news in a sea of bad news is appreciated. My example for that is Philip DeFranco. He's literally doing Pirate software. He's literally doing like good news segments at the end of all of his videos now, and people fucking love it. They keep asking for more. Because the controversy generates more clicks, and clearing them lowers your income from your previous coverage. That's literally it. Integrity less than the bag. I feel like having an update video means you got the benefit from that drama video. It gives you street cred, that gives you more follows and viewership. It's another video, like it's just a free topic. It's literally just, hey, this video you did and made money from, you get to make a part 2 and make more money off the same topic that you've already done all this research into. It's literally just a free video that's going to generate thousands of dollars for you. Like, it's crazy to me that they wouldn't do that. 3, if you can only make content from Rage and you can't make a video of, hey, this is a good thing, then I feel like you suck as a video maker. I feel like you suck at this. I feel like you should be able to go either way with a good video. Integrity paid more, people would try it. I worked at Blizzard Soft. I'm at 1337 Hackerware. Hi Yulind, my Cyberpunk V. Hi Riddle. I almost read that as Cyberpunk 5. I was like, Cyberpunk 5? Oh, V. The character's name is V. Hi Kumi, hi Frisu. Anyway, I watched the completionist video. You don't know lead speak? I do. I just didn't read that as lead speak. And like, dude, lead speak is ancient. You're showing our age there, Hobbit. Value integrity more, but as a whole, big tech algorithms hate it. They want inflammatory content, and hello. I'm not, Kumi. You're wording this as good content versus bad content, and I'm not saying that's what they should do. I'm saying 90% inflammatory content, 10% integrity content. Literally just not even apology videos, but like, hey guys, they're good, they cleared their name. That is appreciated in a sea of inflammatory content. If you do a good news channel, if you do 100% good news, yeah, that's fucking boring, nobody watches it, and that's not gonna get clicks, that's not gonna get views. But if you do 90% inflammatory rage bait stuff, that gets clicks, that gets views. And 10% this, maybe those videos don't even do well, but it's so much street cred for you. It's so much like, oh, this is the one good one that doesn't like, avoid the truth. Look at Mudahar and Carl Jobs. They refuse to do that. They refuse to go back and say they were wrong, and they are losing viewership because of it, because people know, oh, these guys fucking suck, don't go to them for that stuff. 100% good news channels makes me wonder what they are selling, pushing. Hi, Zachy. Bubs. Hi, Balder. Hi, Gana. Lean on stick. And hello. Yeah, we're fucking ancient. What about it? You don't know Elite Speak Old. Wonder if that means Gerard is back on Scary Game Squad then? I think he said the future of the channel is him back on Twitch and he's gonna be completing games. He also completed games while he was, not doing anything the last 2 years. He still kept playing games. I don't know if he filmed himself playing those and has like a backlog of videos to put out. But he said, he's going to be doing more stuff on Twitch. These platforms love to typecast you. If you branch out, you get penalized for it. I don't even think it's branching out. Branching out would be like you're a VR chat streamer and then you stop playing VR chat and you start playing League of Legends. I feel like you would absolutely get punished for that. But this is 90% VR chat, 10% League of Legends. And it's not even like VR chat to League of Legends. It's like 90% VR chat RP streams, like Golden Gator Lobby RP streams, and then 10%, hey, we're just gonna hang out and talk to chat. Probably won't do as well, but like it's very similar content with a very different tone and vibe. But it's very much like we are talking drama. I feel like they're insane to not do it. Jops has also said that horrible slurs weren't actually slurs in Australia for some fucking reason. That is weird. Yo, Riddle, finger point black. Speculate. You should branch out like your arms so we get more hugs and cuddles. Okay. Destiny 2. There's Destiny 2 news. because of law changes in a few countries, Destiny 2 is blocked in Russia, Belarus, and Kazakhstan. And Destiny, Bungie, has basically said, hey, if you have over 2,000 hours in our game, we'll refund everything on your account, because that fucking sucks. I don't know why they set the 2,000 hours thing. It seems a little weird, right? You know, you spent $500, but you're at 1,900 hours? Fuck you, I guess? But anybody that had over 2,000 hours in those three countries, because one, you can't play Destiny 2 anymore without a VPN, and two, they don't know when it's going to come back. They don't know if this is like for a week thing or this is a for now thing. The reason is not entirely clear. Bungie has not stated, and these countries have not stated. Bro, the snake. But if you have, you know, just that many hours in Destiny 2 in those countries, you get a full refund. Kind of an odd situation. Here's some good news. The last two stories I have are both actually really good. The first one, there's been a drug that is a treatment for HIV that reduces symptoms and transmission by 99.9%. It is in almost every study basically been a near cure. It's not a cure because you have to keep taking it. You have to take it twice a year. Oh, that's cool. Here's the good news. Here's the really good news. This has existed for a while, but it costs $28,000 a year. Kind of fucking expensive, especially if your insurance doesn't cover it. They have made a generic version of it. Any side effects? Not that I saw. They have made a generic version of it that costs $40 a year. So the price has just gone down from $28,000 to $40 per year. That's fucking massive. And they are, they are rolling it out. There's 100 countries that they have aimed to have it available in by 2027. And they obviously, you know, the very high income countries are going to have this, but they are specifically working toward getting this in low to middle income countries. And so by 2027, just 2 years away, half the world will have access to this drug. Which that's kind of fucking cool. Always good to see for things that need to be mass produced. Yeah. My last story, less of a news story, more of just a funny video I saw. It was a prank show. Basically, there was a fake gas station. And now we only need cure for cancer? So the victim goes into a gas station, gets some stuff to buy. They go up to the counter to buy it. There is a bat on the counter. And the clerk, they accidentally bump the bat and it rolls off and it falls at the person's feet, right? And so they go, oh, I'm sorry, can you get that? The customer, they bend over, they pick up the bat. While they're picking the bat up, the lights go out. While the lights are out, the clerk who knocked over the bat and asked them to pick it up, he ducks down behind the counter and he disappears. They have a look-alike of him, somebody that looks really, really similar and is in makeup and whatnot. They get up and they have duct tape over their mouth and they have their arms tied to their body and they sit in a chair. So the lights come back on and the customer, they're holding this baseball bat and they look up and they're just like, what the fuck? Because now the clerk at the gas station they were just talking to is literally just, you know, tied up and whatnot. And then two police officers walk in the door and they look at this guy holding a bat. They look at the clerk tied up to a chair and they look back at the guy with the bat and they're just like, wait, no, it's not what it looks like. Prank you, you're going to jail. We need more people to have access to Yulind. What the fuck? It's one of those like goofy pranks where like it's not scary and like a heart attack thing, but like you see it and you're like, oh wait no I didn't, no, it's not like that. It's one of those silly pranks. I love pranks like this. It's very what was another one? It kind of reminds me of the one where people go into a porta potty and then they literally pick up a whole like fucking business office up to it with like a table and everything and like a bunch of chairs. And then it's just a bunch of businessmen in suits sitting at the chairs. People come out of the porta potty and they're like, "Excuse me, you're interrupting our meeting." And they're like, what the fuck? And half of them just go back in the porta potty. There's also a prank where they swapped an old man for the Grim Reaper and a security cam screen. Oh, that sounds fucked up. I want to see that one. I don't really like the pranks that are like, they drop you in a hole and then you land in a fucking pit of like water and soap and it's like you're fucking ruined for that. Or like they lock you in an elevator and the fucking scream girl climbs out of a panel in the elevator and just stands there with you. I don't like those ones. Hi, Violet. Whoa. But I do like the ones where it's like you're just in the situation holding a bat with a fucking gas station clerk tied up and the police are just staring at you. You're like, wait, no, it's not what it looks like. Who's that cutie, Yulind? This is Leon. Hi, Zuby. Hi, Yulind. It's Monday. My favorite one is in the tunnels with Movie Monster. I hate those, Riddle. I hate those. Prank is only good if you can both laugh at it afterwards. Yes. Both have to be laughing. Just mindfuck once where you question yourself. I have an emote for this. Yeah. That was all my news stories. Modern day stoning, VR chat update, Close of Bahamut, Doug Bowser retires, and Completionist did a comeback video. I don't believe him. Destiny 2 blocked, California lab, HIV drug, prank show. Although, I did not talk about the game trailers yesterday. So yesterday, we watched 198 fucking game trailers. Literally way too many. Oh my god, I'm so... That was a long... It was 10.6 miles. The videos that stood out... There was a game called Map. Modern day stoning? Yes. Okay, so... Stoning is like, somebody commits a sin. The village comes around. They all get a bunch of rocks and throw rocks at the person until they die. Yuli is excited to play Crimson Desert. Modern day stoning... It's a video of a group of roommates. It's 4 girls. One of them is like in the fetal position, covering her head, laying down in the middle of the living room. And the other 3 girls are just throwing shoes at her. And there's text that says, "She got back with her ex again, so we're modern day stoning her." They're just hitting her with shoes. Probably left a few bruises, but kind of funny. Map. I'm kind of interested in this game. You literally just land on islands and make a map of the islands. I'm like, oh, that seems kind of interesting. We saw trailers for Monhun Stories 3 and Monster Hunter Wilds Title Update 3. We got release dates from those. Monster Hunter Stories 3? It's gonna be March. Literally gonna be March 2026, which is like, man, that's so fucking long. Monster Hunter Wilds Title Update 3. That comes out Monday. We're going to be playing it with Cairo then. And, Title Update 4 will be December. Happy birthday, Yulind. My birthday's in May, huh? We saw a game called Voron. V-O-R-O-N. I immediately sent that to Core. It's literally a crow game. You literally just play as a crow. And so, you play as a crow and you try to prevent Ragnarok from happening. Yulind be like, why are they only throwing the shoes? What the fuck? There was a game called Hyper Team Recon. Honestly, I didn't really care about the gameplay of the game. But the 3 protagonists that you can play as were just cute slime girls. There was a red one, a yellow one, and a blue one. I'm just like, damn, they're all cute. I guess you like shapeshift into enemies or something? I don't know. I thought it just looked cute. Bird game. The girl from Arkanya. This just looked like a Legend of Zelda clone. Like a 2D Legend of Zelda clone. But the main character looks like Samus. It also just looked like it had a lot of personality in it, so it was cute. So Yulind, will you play the new Moogle class? No, you can play Pictomancer and Dark Knight. I'm honestly not really that interested in either of them. Sheepherds. Swap game about sheep herding dogs. I sent that to Spacefish. I think she and Smug might play it together. Gecko Gods. Betray? What do you mean betray? I don't like Moogles. Gecko Gods is a game where you play as a little lizard solving like puzzles in an ancient temple. Boss has been looking at this game for like 2 fucking years, so I'm very excited to see him play it. Slime Rancher 2. I actually played Slime Rancher 2 3 years ago. It was early access and very bare bones. Now it has the 1.0 release. I'm kind of thinking I might play it again soon and see like what's been added and how much more to the game there is. Yulind racist against his own Moogle kind. First off, they're not my own kind. Second off, yes, I am racist against them. Moogles suck. Endless Legend 2. This was the last game that I really took note of. I looked at this and I was like, oh, this kind of looks like Civ 2 or Civ 7. And like 3 people in chat were just like, first off, don't you dare call this Civ. Civ steals from Endless Legend. This is better Civilization. Yeah, and I was like, oh, better Civilization. That sounds interesting. It's the better Civ. I took note of it. Let's go. Wait, sorry, I was thinking about Monster Rancher. Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher is just slimes. You get the slimes, and then I think you sell the cores that come out of them. Like, you feed them and they make cores, and then you sell the cores. When I never played Slime Rancher 1. I played Slime Rancher 2, and I noticed that you could mix slimes. Bat slimes had a really easy food to make, and so I just literally mixed everything with bat slimes. So I had, like, bat and red, bat and tiger, bat and crystal, and, like, my bat cores were fucking useless. But the actual food, it was just so easy to make food for everything. It was just, like, I didn't need chickens, I didn't need, water, I didn't need anything. It was just fucking make the fruit that the bats like, and get all the rare slimes from that, so I'd be happy as a slime in Slime Rancher. You can find the first one with all DLC for under $10 per regularly during sales. Highly recommend. Endless Lore, Chef's Kiss. Endless Lore. I love Slime Rancher. I never played 2. Slime Rancher 2 just had its 1.0 release. It's been out for like 3 years in early access, but it was very not good. It was very unfinished, but it sounds like it's gone a lot better. Oh my god. I checked the people I was watching stream. And I have one stream open, and she's doing an art stream. She's doing commissions of people's OCs. And one of them is like, holy shit, can you show that on Twitch? But that's not really where I'm planning to go. I'm thinking Space Fish. I remember the early access looked rough. I had fun with it. Well, here's the thing, Leon. 3 years ago, I was fucking depressed. I had recently lost my job. My dad kept coming to me and be like, how many resumes did you send out? You gotta send out more than that. And it was very much like everything I was looking at with job hunting was just miserable. And I was getting really nihilistic and apathetic. And so I just got to a point where I was like, I need a game. I need a game to distract me. Slime Rancher, this looks fun. And I just played that for like a week or 2 straight. Now you hooked us in, Yulind. Yulind, you're one to talk wearing bunny suit? What am I one to talk with? I'm confused. Endless is a whole ass series. Endless Space is a Space 4X, it's okay. Dungeon Endless is a really fun roguelike. There's even a dating sim, all of them having overarching lore that's prevalent all throughout. Never mind, forgot. Don't worry about it. All good, Violet. We're going to Space Fish. We're gonna go raid Space Fish. She is playing Goblin Cleanup again with Henu and Solanine. And neither of those two are live. I think it's just Space Fish. I am gonna go shower. And then I'm gonna go fucking snack. No, I'll probably do that in a different order. This is the ceiling of this room. Ugh. Wait, it's on world, right? Nope, it's on local. I almost fucking set that camera up and then ruined it instantly. How about a bath and I join you? Oh, I fucking wish. Oh, I'd clean me up some goblins. Where did my... Oh, thanks for opening the stream. I was gonna go after this one, babe. Hi, Logitech. I'd clean me up some goblins. Wave, love. Thank you, Yulind, for the chat and great time. Remember to drink water. I've not had a bath in like years. You're gonna need a bigger tub. Actually, I have a pretty big bathtub here. It's not the bathroom I use when I shower, but we do have a pretty fucking nice bathtub. Cool OE set. Thank you Logitech for the socials. Flash raid. Base. Thank you everybody for keeping me company. Holy shit, we're almost at day 800. We did 5 miles with max incline. A week from now, on day 800, we are going to be doing Mega Man Battle Network 1. We're gonna do that on stream. Let's buy you and at Bath Bomb? What the heck? Tonight we'll be world hopping with Core. We'll do a little bit of Final Fantasy with Cairo. And yeah, thank you everybody for keeping me company. I love you. Bye.